Hey, whoa. What is up, chat? There we go. Model was asleep. That was weird. What is up? How are we doing today, chat? How are we doing today? Let's turn that down a little bit. Hope everyone is having a great day. Hope we're ready for tier list time. Bam! On Wednesdays, we make tier lists, I guess. Here we go. So, yeah. So, let me just explain some stuff really quick for you guys. So, the idea of this tier list is basically Smash Ultimate in 2026. How easy is it for a beginner to get into this character? So, someone who doesn't really play Smash or who wants to learn Smash, how easy is it to learn this character? So, that's the aspect that we're going to go from, okay? So, we got a few tiers to look at. We're going easy to play in all aspects. Pretty straightforward, just easy to pick up, easy to play, all parts of the game, right? And similar, easy to play but bad recovery disadvantage. There's a lot of characters that I think if it wasn't for the bad off stage, they'd be really easy for beginners. So like, I'm gonna separate those two. Hey, welcome in. What is up? What's up, Stephen Crawford? How we doing? Welcome into the barcade. Get ready for tier list time. We've also got mildly easy to play. This is just like the next level, right? So like there's some easy aspects, mostly easy, but there's some aspects to them that can be a bit tricky. On the reverse side, a little tough to play. They're kind of trickier. Some parts that are easy though. Difficult to win with. These are the characters that are really going to give you trouble to like, you've really got to invest some time if you want to get good and win with them. You know what I mean? And then the 10 weirdos. So you'll just have to wait and see, but trust me, there's about 10 characters in this game who are just total weirdos that you're basically learning a different game whenever you learn these characters. You know what I mean? Like, they don't play normal Smash. They've got their own version of Smash. So yeah, makes sense? Makes sense. Cool. Let's go. So we can start off with something fairly simple. I guess we'll start with one in each tier just to kind of get a feel for what we're working with. So I'll spoil something. To me, the easiest character in the game to learn for a beginner, like pretty much no question. Bam, Lucina. Dude, Lucina's such a great character for beginners. She's got, you know, like just great normals, great spacing, good damage output, like pretty easy combos, usually no more than 2 or 3 hits. Like pretty generous moves, really strong moves. Her F smash is frame 10, it's super strong throughout the whole move, good spacing, good speed, like one of the fastest walk speeds, good air speed, great recovery that's hard to mess with. Yeah, solid. I think she's like a great beginner character for sure, and really good too, like lots of strong matchups. Good into most of the brawlers. She's fast enough that she doesn't struggle too much with zoners and can outspeed most of the other sorties. I'm good. Good. Hey, that's good to hear. I have to ask a question, even though you probably don't know the game I'm talking about. Well, okay, shoot. What is it? Try me. Let's see. But as you come up with that, I'm going to go to the next one. So, there's Lucina. Easiest character. So, a character that's easy to play, but bad disadvantage. You'll never believe this. It's my boy, DK. Donkey Kong. I know. He is pretty easy to play, just disadvantage is so bad. Oh, man. Hold up. Do you play Roblox? I do not. I'm sorry to say. I do not play Roblox. But I know of it. I at least know of it. But I've never played it. That's a bit before. That's a bit after my time. Easy to play. Okay, I'm going with Donkey Kong. Hold up. Easy to play, but bad disadvantage. So, the whole thing with DK, in neutral, and especially in advantage, great feeling character for beginners, right? Like, you just throw out buttons, you got huge disjointed arms on, like, most of your tilts and smash attacks. You've got the cargo throw, which is easy to work with and fun to use. You've got armor on giant punch and on up B on the ground frame 2 armor. Just, yeah, pretty easy and great airspeed too. Great air drift. It's just the being juggled. It's hard to get down from juggles because your down air isn't that great. Your nair isn't that great to get out of juggles. and then recovering. You know, the recovery situation can get pretty bad. It can get pretty bad. But that's okay. It's still pretty decent for beginners, honestly. Like, if your whole group is beginners, then, you know, other people aren't really going to know how to edge guard. And so this tier is going to be totally fine. It's just if you're a beginner and you're trying to get into the game with people who are pretty good at the game, this tier is where it's going to be kind of a struggle. Because they're going to know how to edge guard you, and it's going to feel great until you get put off stage. And it's going to be like, man. Doesn't Mario Tennis Fever come out in a few hours? Yeah, I think it does. I think that game looks really cool. I'm pretty interested in that game. Man, wish it wasn't 70 bucks. But it looks cool, looks cool. Okay. So mildly easy to play. So get this. Where is my character? Bop, 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 bop. Luigi time. Okay, hear me out. So, mildly easy to play. Luigi, the whole thing is you just go into training mode and you learn the combos, and then you're like 90% there. I know the combo can be a bit tricky, but if you learn the combos, you can take games off of like a surprising amount of players with just the Luigi combos alone, and even subpar neutral. The hardest part is going to be recovery is bad, and neutral can be tough to land the grab, especially against good players. But if you're all beginners, that's fine. And then you've also got good like out of shield options, really good defense. You got the frame 1 down B for an invulnerability. You got up B out of shield, up smash out of shield, both really good out of shield options. All your aerials are pretty good as well. The long range grab that just gives you everything, so it's easy to learn combos with. One of the easier combos to just characters to learn combos with in the game, I think. So yeah, I think there's some tricky aspects. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like he's the easiest, and I'm not saying like it's just as easy as like, oh, do the combo then you win. But I think it's gonna be like, yeah, I think it's gonna be just, I think it's just one of those things. Luigi's just kind of tough, but mostly easy. Trust me. There's just some weird aspects. Let's see. I'm going to get that game. I think you can tell who I'm going to main. Oh, yeah? Let me guess. Yoshi? That's cool. Yeah. Yeah. I wish they would do like a demo or a beta. That'd be cool. I think the game looks sweet. Okay, let's see. A little difficult to play. Alright, alright. Here we go. So, Link. I think Link is just, yeah, a little tough to play. Like, on the surface, it's just like, oh, you just zone har. Like, but he's a little slow. The zoning can be a bit tricky because it's about, like, placement and, like, sometimes setups with the bombs and angling boomerangs to cover options. And then at the higher level, if you want to get stuff done, you got to start learning bomb recoveries, or else you just die, and you got to learn infinites. Or at least some bomb combos. You don't have to learn the infinites. But the threshold is very high. And so he's got some easy to use tools, right? Like he's got Nair, he's got back air to up smash, back air to up B out of shield in general, and up smash. Really good. Really fast fall speed. I'm pretty sure Link has the highest difference between normal fall speed and fast fall speed in the entire game. So that gives him like huge mix-up potential, especially when trying to land. So there's some aspects that can be good, and also like in a whole beginner situation where everyone's a beginner, zoning is really strong. So having the zoning options at all is helpful. So like that's what keeps him from being even harder. But yeah, I think there is going to be some challenge to playing Link. Like he's not just as simple as the other characters we've talked about. It's Nintendo, what did you expect? You can only play a game when it comes out. Well, I mean, they've done plenty of, like, global test fires. You never know. You never know. Alright, let's see. So, difficult to win with. These are the characters that just take a lot of time. These are the characters that take a lot of time. Okay? Meta Knight. I think this is a great example of a character like this. Like, Meta Knight has some powerful tools and like decent neutral because of his speed and stuff. But man, It can be a challenge to win with Meta Knight unless you have practiced a lot with this character. Because the combos are pretty tight, pretty tough to pull off. They're not just super universal either. Like, you got pretty different combos depending on, like, fall speeds and body sizes and stuff. And also percents, too. And I know people think Meta Knight's just like, oh, dash attack, dash grab. And, like, that's the thing from keeping him from being a weirdo, is he at least has a normal strike throw game plan. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of difficulties and challenges learning Meta Knight. At least you have a good recovery though, too. That's the other good thing. Saving Grace is good recovery. You can recover from pretty much anywhere. All 4 of your specials will help you get there. And also, one of the few safe smash attacks in the game. F smash is like super, super safe. But I digress. That doesn't really affect his placement here. Okay. And one of the weirdos. I'll give you one of the 10 weirdos now. I feel like this might be an easy one to see coming. Alright, Ices. So believe it or not, whenever you're playing 2 characters at once, and you have to learn how to desync them to get, like, really good, yeah, you're basically playing a different game. Whenever you're juggling is like one of the only times that you're playing regular Smash. Other than that, you're playing your own unique game, buddy. And you better spend a lot of time in the training mode with this character. You gotta get really comfortable figuring out some weird stuff. And it's not gonna really apply to any other character in the game. So, like, it's a lot of unique skills that you have to learn for one character, and it's not gonna transfer over if you ever decide to try another character. Like, unique spacings too, unique combo routes, unique methods, like input methods. Really, really unique character. Super fun. Like, I think super rewarding. Super fun and rewarding character. But also lots of weird matchups. Like, I know Ice Climber struggles with, like, Terry and, like, Wii Fit and some other, like, really weird brawlers that usually characters with disjoints don't struggle with. But, so, you know, just can be weird. Can be weird. Game & Watch, I'm sure, is also not fun. Yeah, so one of the weirdos, there you go. One of the 10 weirdos, Ice Climbers. So this is what we're working with, okay? Pretty solid, pretty solid. I actually like how it's looking right now. It's a nice little gradient. Okay. Let's move on. Another easy character for you. Okay, another easy to play character. Let's knock some of these out. Palutena! Yep. Yeah, you know, I mean, the combos are pretty simple to learn and pick up. You can nair a lot. You can just do down throw forward air. Your back air is invincible. Your dash attack's invincible. Your specials are pretty easy to use from long range, right? I think the hardest part is she might teach some bad habits to new players, like the counter. Counter characters always teach bad habits, but I know new beginners always like having a counter. It always makes beginners feel a bit more comfortable. And plus, having a reflector, too, makes it easy to deal with zoning. So, I think that helps. And then you just got huge normals, too, right? Like, up smash is one of the biggest anti-airs in the whole game. Just, it snipes people out of the air, so... I think there's a lot there. A lot there for beginners to, like, really enjoy. Let's see. Okay, how about... Yeah, we'll try to knock out more in the same tier this time. Where's my character? Where is he? There we go. Boosh. Cloud. Okay. Dude, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by any Cloud player propaganda. Don't let them tell you that Cloud has a bad recovery. I think it's so overrated, Cloud players saying, oh, but Cloud has a bad recovery. Dude, it is not that bad. Cloud's airspeed and air drift are so good. Not to mention, you can usually make sure that you have limit. If not, you can get limit off stage sometimes after you get hit. Or it's just, you can just figure out ways to get back with stalling and air dodge and stuff. I don't know, dude. Character's insane. Character has great easy use normals, easy to use out of shield options. Up B out of shield is good at so many matchups on defense. Charging limit itself is also really good in neutral. It just gives beginners something to do in neutral, something easy to do, like, hey, I don't know what to do in this matchup, I'll just charge limit till I get limit blade beam, and then if they keep zoning, I'll just Transcendent, go through the charge shot or whatever. Really good. Yeah, really good, easy to play. The speed to power ratio is just so like over-tuned on Cloud. And plus he's just cool. I think a lot of people really like Cloud. Alright, we got a duo this time. An Echo Fighter. Can you guess who it is? Bam. And bam. Alright. Samus. Samus. I think the thing with Samus is she is easy to learn. There's not that many combos. Most of the combos are just like 1 or 2 piece like 2 or 3 piece combos. And a lot of the game plan is just like charge shot and how people react to charge shot. And so like you just like learn your charge shot stuff. You learn what to do whenever people are like off stage or above you. And then you play your game. You have great defense. Like you can get out of juggles with bombs because you shift your hurt box. You've got an invincible up B on frame 3 invincibility, I think. Hitbox on frame 4. Yeah, like really solid. Good air drift too, so that way it's like hard for people to punish you when you fall. And a lot of beginners, like in a whole beginner group, like I'll talk about many times, struggle with zoning. And so just having one of the best zoning tools in the game, charge shot, yeah, that's gonna help. That's gonna help. All right. Kirby. Now this one's a bit tricky. I'm tempted to put Kirby in the next tier down, like because Kirby's disadvantage isn't great, but you do have multiple jumps, and I think that's enough to save it. And in beginner play, a lot of beginners will have a hard enough time dealing with like mix-up timings of jumps with rock or jump with up B. And then the easiest character to learn how to edgeguard with, or one of them, like you can, I think every beginner can figure out how to run off down air with Kirby. It's just such an active hitbox. I'm worried about B button syndrome with Kirby, right? Like getting stuck on like, oh, jump rock, inhale, up B, with the dreaded side B. No. But I think overall, Kirby's easy enough, and Kirby's easy enough to learn combos with. The frame data is so good, you can kind of just mash a lot of buttons whenever you get in their face, and there's not much a lot of characters can do on Shield. So yeah, I think pretty solid. I think really solid for beginners. Probably will end up at the bottom of this beginner list. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I probably should have put Falco before. I do think Falco's a great beginner character too. I think the hardest part is going to be some aspects of the combos can be a little tricky. But he's also got easy combos that are easy to learn. Like just little 2-piece, 3-piece combos that you can figure out before like taking off the training wheels and going to the bigger stuff. And then his laser's super easy to use. He's got the best reflect in the game. So that way you can easily anti-zone. He's got pretty good normals. A good jump height too, easy to make it back to the stage with, because you can side B, double jump, up B, or whatever. I know at a higher level, like his up B is pretty vulnerable, pretty easy to hit him and edge guard, but I think at a beginner level, people aren't going to be really edge guarding that much, and so I think it's fine. I think the recovery is just fine. It goes super far. You usually make it back. And then he's also just stylish, kind of like Cloud. He's just a cool character. Just a cool character. Alright. If anyone ever wants to request a character that I cover next, just let me know. We can go out of order. I'm just going in this order for now. But we can go out of order for sure. If anyone wants to see a character early, just let me know. Bam. Okay. Next up. Oh boy. Okay, let's do this. Now listen. Listen. Yes, Game & Watch is easy to play. I would say very easy to play and win with. It's very easy to figure out how to use his buttons. Very easy to start up smashing, to start forward air, to just up B, down air, up B, down air. A lot of beginners will not be able to deal with that, let alone just punish up B in general. You got the bucket for zoning. You got just great recovery. I don't know, great buttons. Really safe on shield. Weird animations for other people to learn. In general, even like higher level players struggle with Game & Watch because he's a really good character. And even for how good he is, he's still fairly rare. So, yeah, he's a good beginner character. But listen, if you play Game & Watch, you sacrifice part of your soul. You sacrifice a part of yourself that you won't get back. If you start playing Game & Watch as a beginner, you will sacrifice Smash fundamentals in such a way that it will be hard to fix when you go back to someone else later. So you just have to be aware that if I learn this character, it's going to be hard to switch to another character. And the more you play Game & Watch, the harder it will be to switch to another character. It will get more and more alienating from the rest of the cast. He's not quite one of the 10 weirdos, because he's still playing Smash. It's just an absurd, broken, perverted version of Smash, where everything is safe and everything is crazy. Ridley? Oh, what's up, Anima? Welcome in, welcome in. I got you. We can talk about Ridley. Sure, we can talk about Ridley. Where are you? Okay. So here's the thing. I think Ridley's mildly easy to play. Like, disadvantage is pretty rough because you're a big body, and it can be hard to get out, especially if your nair is like, say that they have a disjoint with their up air. Sometimes it can be hard to nair out, and your recovery is pretty linear. Like, it only goes in 4 directions. You do have the multi-jump. Multi-jump helps. Multi-jump helps. You got big buttons. Nair itself helps a lot in neutral. Forward air, big button. Down tilt, big button. Really good. Really easy to use side B, too. And I think a lot of beginners fall into this trap of like wanting to use neutral B too much, but that's neither here nor there. I think just zoning is good at a beginner level. I think the problem with Ridley is you're a bit too slow, a bit too big. Combos are a bit too inconsistent, especially at a lower level. And just there's a lot of tough matchups. Like, you're just going to run into so many situations where it's like you're getting out-buttoned, you're getting out-zoned. This sword is like longer than your tail, so you're getting outranged, or you can't get in, or the fast characters are just too fast. And you have to like learn things like spacing pretty early on to get good with Ridley. But I mean, all that being said, he's still in the easier side, right? And a lot of it is like that nair. That nair and that up smash are doing a lot of heavy lifting, carrying this character this high. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. I say mildly easy to play. Let's see. And for context, another mildly easy to play character. One that I really, really like. Where is he? I gotta scroll. Captain Falcon. Yeah, I think this character's... I think he's fairly easy. Like, the combos are pretty straightforward. They kind of make themselves up, right? Just like side B, up air. Like, anyone can kind of figure that out. Kind of writes itself. I think the issues with Falcon are kind of like... It can be a bit tricky to recover sometimes. Especially against like characters like Pikachu or big disjoints. Disjoints in general, and also the speed. Sometimes beginners will have issues getting used to how fast he has to move. And like weaving in and out of your opponent's zone and stuff to try to like get them to whiff and whiff punish. And like some of the higher level combos, like especially the kill combos, are pretty tricky. Excuse me. Some of the combos are trickier, especially whenever you have to start learning IDJs, whenever you have to start learning like Nair 1 combos. Like, that's going to be a bit tougher to figure out. And just in general, I think Brawlers are kind of the hardest archetype for beginners, for a beginner to learn, because you don't have the safety net of zoning with like projectiles from halfway across the stage. You don't have the safety net of like sword normals, disjoints to hide behind. And the characters like out of shield options aren't amazing. Up B out of shield is like strong but a bit slow. And so, don't get me wrong, like it's still on the easier side. Still on the easier side. Beginner, I want the funny punch. Yeah, I know. Beginners love Falcon Punch, and that's the thing, right? A beginner would be drawn to Falcon because he's so freaking cool. But sadly, this kills me to say, Falcon Punch is probably the single worst move in the whole game. Dude, like, as sad as it is, I think it is. I think it is the bottom one move of all the moves. Specials, normals, you name it. It's pretty bad. But it's so cool. And overall, I think you have the speed advantage, you have weight, you have a good enough recovery, good enough damage output, some tricky stuff that other beginners are going to have trouble dealing with, like the timing on up smash, catching spot dodges or whatever. Like, good enough, but there's just going to be some walls that you run into, I think. An uncontrollable idea from Mario Kart? Well, what? Okay, what's that? What's the idea? I'm worried about what that means. Let's see. Okay, now we've also got another character for the second row, actually. Bowser. This is probably going to be most of the heavies are going to be in this row. Because I think most heavies are pretty easy for beginners to play because you got the weight advantage, so it's harder for you to die. They're just, like, usually have really good normals. You know, Bowser specifically has really good tools that almost make me want to put him in the top tier. Like, up B out of shield is a really strong defense. Side B is frame 6 grab, like, really good and easy to use. Only, like, 2-piece combos, like, really not hard combos to learn. You got Bowser side, you got passive tough guy armor, like, that just works for you. You don't have to do anything. You have forward air, covers like a country mile by itself. That just claw swipe. Forward air's huge. Oh, and neutral B, don't forget, does like 40% because other beginners aren't going to know how to SDI out of that. Even if you SDI out, it'll still take like 30. But the thing keeping him from the top tier is literally just the disadvantage. And it's because I know what's going to happen. You're a beginner. You're going to pick up Bowser. You're going to get in a juggle situation. And then two options are going to cross your mind. Either down air or down B. And both are wrong. I promise you. Both are bad. It's a trap. It's a trap. That's the Bowser trap. And that's what's keeping him from the top tier, is that the disadvantage situation and the bad habit of teaching beginners to down air and down B in disadvantage is so rough. And his recovery doesn't go very far, too. His recovery is pretty limited. But if he's probably easier than Donkey Kong, I'll be honest. Like, he's probably... I'm almost putting him in the top one, but it really is just that disadvantage keeping him here. It's rough. It's rough, it's rough, it's rough. 9,999 CC. I mean, I've seen mods similar to that. People go crazy. R.O.B? Where do I have R.O.B. R.O.B? Oh, of course. I know where R.O.B is. Bam. Boosh, I should say. Boosh. Yeah. R.O.B is pretty easy. R.O.B is pretty easy. Like, honestly, you have such good normals. Some of the best normals in the game. Nair, down tilt, up air. Super easy to use. Forward air. The zoning is easy to use. You just kind of throw out gyro. You throw out lasers. And also, one of the easiest 0 to deaths to learn in the entire game. I dare you. Like, if you haven't learned it, go try. It's super easy. The gyro into side B combos at ledge. Like, man. Like, I've seen people who are brand new to this game learn the R.O.B 0 to death in, like, less than 3 hours. And then suddenly they're taking stocks from players who've been playing this game for years. That's the kind of character we're dealing with here. And the difference between him and Luigi, like, they're similar. They're similar. But the difference is that R.O.B actually has a good recovery and a decent disadvantage for a big body because he can fast fall pretty fast. He has good movement with, like, weird stuff with back air. And weird movement tech with wave bounces. Not that you're going to be learning that as a beginner, but anyway. Yeah, pretty easy character to play. And also, did you know if R.O.B does an up B and then cancels it with an aerial, he makes the aerial more safe? Just just throwing that out there. Food for thought. Character's insane, by the way. That's a good one. That's a good one. Alright. Sticking in easy tier. Yeah, sticking in easy tier. Here we go. Another kind of zoner with amazing buttons. Young Link is a character you could just throw out attacks. You could just neutral B, side B, forward air, neutral air. Like, oh man, up B out of shield sets up for so much. Really easy character to learn combos with. Really easy character to just kind of zone and play neutral with. One of the like easiest neutrals I think to figure out in the game, for sure. Really solid. Really solid character. I think easy enough to pick up and play. What is the only issue? Wait, hold on. The issues with Young Link are his ledge options. He can struggle getting off the ledge. But if you're in a setting with other beginners, they're not exactly going to be ledge trapping you all the time. So it might be easy to get off the ledge anyway. Oh, and you have the tether grab too, just so you have like extra safety. Small disjoints, good out of shields, good aerials, good speed. Maybe you could argue a little too fast volley, but I don't know. I think pretty easy to play. Alright, let's jump through the tiers a bit more. Okay. Bam, where? Let's mix it up so it's not quite just the heavy tier. Mii Gunner. So here's the thing. Mii Gunner has lots of options, but I'm only going to factor in the easiest to use option. The one that I think beginners should use, which is going to be basically the Samus loadout. Samus charge shot, Samus missile, the bomb down B, or the reflector down B if you want. Either one's fine. And then the up B that goes far, I guess. That's not even the up B I like, but that's what we'll use today. The up B that goes far. I think the character is fairly easy to figure out, but just disadvantage is so bad. All of their recoveries are pretty rough. Trying to get down from juggles is like really tough. Character just does not have good options. The normals are a little wonky, but the zoning is so strong, and like the out of shield options are genuinely good. This character's up smash is really easy to use, and also some of the disjoints like forward smash, up air, forward air, pretty easy to use. Yeah, I think a bit of a bad disadvantage, but not as bad as these other heavies actually. Probably end up at the bottom of this tier. Let's see. How about... Bam. Wrong here. Nope. You actually are going here. I think Fox is a little tough to play, to be honest. A little weird. You know, you have a weird zoning tool with the laser that does no knockback, pure damage, just to make people approach. So... you've got insane speed, almost hard to control for some beginners. Combos can be really tough because of how fast you have to be, right? Like Nair up smash, even though it's just a two-piece combo, can be a little tough with how fast you have to be on the fingers. Not to mention, like, the juggles are generous. I think the juggles are keeping Fox from being, like, further down, because it really is pretty easy to figure out how to, like, up throw up air or dash attack up tilt or something. Set up these good advantage situations, but disadvantage is really tough. It can be tough to get down if people figure out how to do it, or how to beat you to it. And then the recovery, even though it goes far, I guess I gave Falco a lot of credit for that. I don't know. Fox's seems easier to beat to me for some reason. I guess because he has to use the up B, whereas Falco a lot of times can just jump. Falco's jump goes so high. Fox's jump doesn't go nearly as high. I think that's what holds him back. It's the speed he has to play at, and he's going to make you learn higher level Smash pretty quickly. But he's rewarding, for sure. Definitely rewarding. Alright. Difficult to win with. Oh, my beloved dude. My beloved Banjo. Oh, Banjo. Dude, I'm so sad this character is not as good. I mean, zoning is obviously great, but his zoning is a little weird. Like, it doesn't exactly go full screen. He's got stuff like, you have to learn how to Z-catch grenades to really start figuring stuff out. He's got Wonder Wing, which is amazing, but it's a resource. Only 5, you know, per stock. That's not amazing, especially for recovery. He's got the extra jump, but a lot of his moves are kind of hard to use, and some of his combos are a little weird, especially his optimal combos. Like, some of those are kind of frame perfect just to do you gotta learn like 3 frame perfect combos just to do 30% with Banjo. So yeah, I think this character can be difficult to win with. He's still playing Smash. He's not quite a weirdo. He's still playing Smash, but definitely difficult to win with, for sure. Excuse me. Hey, what's up, what's up? Welcome in, Nightly. How you doing, how you doing? Welcome to the barcade. We are in the midst of tier list warfare. If you have any character requests, let me know. We're going in a bit of an order, but we're just, you know, I'm open to character requests. Lucina may be simple, but the not good type of simple. Well, yeah. I mean, true. That's the thing. Like, she's almost, like, basic and simple to a fault. But, you know, she's super easy to pick up and play. You gotta admit it. Her tools are just super forgiving and easy to use. Especially for a beginner. Talked about it earlier. Don't want to repeat myself too much. But, yeah. Like, up B out of shield. Great spacing tools. Hard to mess with the up B in general. And recovery. Really fast. You know, just really good. Easy to use. The 10 weirdos list. Oh, yeah. We'll be slowly filling out the 10 weirdos. That's probably the best tier on this list. Speaking of, let's go ahead and add someone to it. You want to know who another weirdo is? I'm sure no one saw this coming. Potential Man himself, Shulk. I'm really feeling it. I'm sure you guys know the thing about, like, Shulk is the guy with potential. Ever since the game came out. Even in Smash 4, it's like Shulk has so much potential if someone could just figure out his Monado arts. He does have one easy-to-use thing, and it's forward air. His forward air is really easy to use. Any beginner can figure out forward air. But listen, you have to work your ass off to do the most basic Smash stuff that any other character can just do. You've got to learn really specific character stuff just to do anything normal. Is it rewarding? Sure. Like, you get really cool stuff. You get, you know, like shield Monado to break out of combos. You get all of this cool stuff. Up B out of shield, sure. But I don't know, man. The expectations of you to learn Shulk, and he's pretty slow without Monado, of course. His normals in general are slow. Yeah, he's definitely one of the weirdos. He isn't a weirdo? Ah, come on, nah. I do think he's one of the weirdos. I think for a beginner, like from the perspective of your beginner in 2026, you're trying to get into Smash. This character is asking you to learn 5 different stances, in addition to having poor frame data, poor movement options, and really, like, tough to learn techniques and tricks that are basically not applicable to the rest of the cast. Like, you take time to learn Monado art landing lag cancel, that's not going to apply to any other character if you ever pick anyone else up. Like, you can't B-reverse your neutral B. Like, it's not like learning B-reverse with Snake will teach you how to B-reverse with Samus. Like, you know, his fundamentals are a little different. He's still a swordy. True, he's still a swordy. But I think he's a little weird. Okay, let's see. We got another. Let's go to another easier character. Sure. I'm sure no one will argue with this. I'm sure no one will argue with this. Bam. Ness is pretty easy, right? Right? I know the recovery is weird. I know the recovery is weird. But honestly, it's not even that weird. You can just double jump and air dodge most of the time. I think it basically goes just as far as double jump up B. And I've seen people who never played Smash before pick up Ness, learn a side B combo, and then bam, they're making their way to Elite Smash. I'm telling you. In fact, true story, the devs, whenever this game was getting updates, the devs based a lot of their balance patches on Elite Smash data. And there was this one patch really late into the game's life where Ness got buffed. And everyone was like, why? Why did they buff Ness? And it's because there were so many people that it's really easy for them to get into Elite Smash with Ness, just mashing buttons. And then the first competent player they play beats them out of Elite Smash. Then The dev data says, oh no, Ness loses all these games in Elite Smash. We better buff Ness. That being said, Ness is still easy to pick up as a beginner. Like, against other beginners, oh lord, you just push buttons, dude. You just push buttons. Not to mention up B and down, or up smash and down smash at ledge is like baby's first edge guard. Oh, and PK Flash, sure. Like, he's just got so many baby's first edge guard moves. And PK Fire is like baby's first combo tool. Like, yeah, pretty easy. Yeah. Lucas maybe in all aspects. You think? I don't know about that. Okay, hold on. We can talk about Lucas, but I don't know about that. I hate Ness so much, dude. I hate that I hate him. He kept me from liking Earthbound. Oh, no. That's super valid, though, Anima. I feel you there. Like, a character in this game can impact you so much that it impacts their home series. Like, both good and bad. If you like a character, it can make you want to check out their home series. But if you dislike one, you know, there you go. It can make you like, I don't know about this. To be fair, mashing is the meta now. If you have the frame data. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, okay, I don't want it to seem like it's a bad thing. Okay, me putting that a character is easy to learn is not at all a bad thing. Like I'm saying, this is from the perspective of you want to get into Smash Ultimate in 2026. I just think these are going to be the characters that are going to give you the easiest time learning the game. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Oh, man. I think we're going to disagree on Lucas. Nightly. Because here's the problem. Lucas has good tools, like good normals, good frame data. But man, I don't think he's the simpler version of Ness. I think Ness is easier. I think Lucas asks a bit more out of the player, is a bit more demanding, especially at a higher level. Like, once you start having to learn Zaire combos, he's one of the highest APM characters in the whole game. No joke. Like, one of the highest action per minute characters in the entire game with the inputs you have to do with the Zaire chains. Not to mention, your zoning is a bit slow. A lot slower than Ness's. Your recovery, yeah, the recovery goes further. You have the tether as well. That also makes your grab way worse. You don't have grab combos. And I think grab combos are huge for beginners. I think beginners thrive off of grab combos and especially grab kill confirms. I think grab kill confirms go a long way in this tier list to making you good for beginners. And so, I don't know. I think like from the perspective of a beginner, like I think it would be way harder to figure out Lucas. I think the only thing that's easy is like PK Fire is a fairly simple zoning tool, but not even. You have to learn how to like short hop and fall with it pretty early on. I think he's kind of more demanding. I really do. I think there's a big separation between Ness and Lucas. Easier isn't always better. Yeah. No, I'm not saying he's a better character. I'm not saying Ness is a better character. Yeah. This list doesn't mean like, oh, you're a better character if you're up here. I'm just saying they're easier to learn. That is all. Okay. Let's see. Who do we have now? Oh, how about this? Another one for this tier. Mega Man. I think, you know, Mega Man has some tools that are easy to use. His aerials are pretty easy to use for the most part, like forward air and back air. You've got up smash out of shield, pretty easy to use. Your recovery goes far. That's easy. But at the same time, all of your specials are a little funky. Like, to use leaf shield, you've got to like stop what you're doing, activate the shield and run at your opponent and get in their face and have it hit them. To use Metal Blade, you gotta like learn the little tricks, like throwing it into the ground, using it as an item if you want to really get effective with it. And then some weird stuff, but at the same time, like, he's mostly easy. F Smash is really good, really easy to use, transcendent, like projectile. People don't talk about it. Mega Man F Smash is basically like Min F Smash. It's so good. Decent ledge trapping too. Yeah, I think solid. I think mostly solid. The thing keeping him from like lower on the list is like it is easy to like figure out some zoning stuff with him, especially mid-range. But he's trickier to use, especially like the lemons, like Nair and Jab and Forward Tilt. Those are a lot harder to use for sure. Okay, let's go here. Boom. I think Mewtwo is fairly difficult. I think you gotta work a lot with tail hurtbox shenanigans, which is very sad. You do have Shadow Ball, which is great. Shadow Ball is like keeping him from being even lower, to be honest. But like the movement is so wonky. You've got to learn the weird floatiness, the weird double jumps. Up B can be a little weird too for like some beginners to control. Your moves, some of them are a little slow, like especially your smash attacks. You have decent kill power on a lot of moves, like forward air is really strong. Decent combos that are easy to learn, like 2-piece combos, side B and a forward air or whatever. Shadow Ball, like I said, given a lot of points. But I think most of the combos are pretty tough. And then just in general, the movement is so wonky and like hard for someone to learn. And not good out of shield options either. Like all you have is Nair out of shield. Alright. Let's be bam, Pikachu and also Pichu. But Pichu's much harder. But yeah, I think either way, like the reason that they're going to be hard is the same. And so both of these characters are going to go right here. What makes them difficult to win with? Dude, like they're just really lacking in like random kill options. It's like Pikachu has dash attack and Pichu has like random up smash or down smash, but that's about it. Like, it's hard to land kill moves sometimes with these characters, especially for beginners. You're not going to know the combos for a long time. The combos are pretty tough. The only saving grace is, like, Thunder Jolt. Thunder Jolt's pretty easy to work with and figure out, but that's about it, man. Otherwise, you got to learn, like, brawler spacing. You got to learn lots of intricacies like that. Also, super lightweight, especially in Pichu's case. Makes it really hard. And then Pichu damaging yourself just... yeah, you're gonna end up exploding. Pichu will probably end up being at like the bottom of this list. Alright, do we talk about a weirdo again? I guess so. Let's talk about another weirdo. Here we go. Rosalimbo and Bimbo. I love dying to side smash at 60, yay. Yeah. I know, it's so sad. Dude, remember whenever WarioWare was legal? Oh, Pichu on WarioWare? You died to random F smashes at like 25. It was so crazy. It was so crazy. Anyway, Rosalina. Dude, the character who is aura farming in these Mario movie directs is not aura farming in Smash. She's hard. You have to learn lots of character-specific tech. You gotta learn lots of character-specific setups. It's almost a requirement that you learn like attack cancels and stuff. Not to mention just in general, puppeting two characters at once. I mean, a trend here, sorry to say, but it's hard to play two characters at once. Especially for a beginner. What is happening? No, my model keeps dying. Dude, my camera. Oh my gosh. Okay. I got a ring light too. That's crazy. I got a new ring light hoping that that would happen less, and it's happening more this stream. That's sad. Thank you, Anima. Thank you, Anima. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Rosalina. The things that you are expected to learn with Rosalina. I don't know, man. And not to mention, like, her specials aren't exactly easy to use. Like, Starbits is not the easiest to use special to know what to do with it. Even Gravitational Pull is like an anti-zoner tool. It's not like a Reflect. It's not the easiest to use anti-zoner tool. Her kill moves aren't the easiest to figure out. Her recovery doesn't have a hitbox. Yeah, I think she's one of those characters, you spend a lot of time with her, it's not going to translate really at all to, you know, it's not going to translate at all to other characters, unfortunately. Sheik? Okay, Knightley. I got you. Sheik, Sheik, Sheik. Let me see. Ah, good. Sheik. Another one of the 10 weirdos. Now, hear me out. Sheik is probably the least weird weirdo. Does that make sense? But even still, you have to learn lots of really hard and intricate combos that do no damage. You have to learn how to play neutral with needles and bouncing fish. You have to learn how to... basically, just you have to play really fast and really hit and run passive aggressive. And you're going to be playing a weird game. You're going to be playing the Sheik game, where you learn Sheik combos, where you do no damage. It's also going to be really hard for you to take stocks. I think that's the hardest thing, is actually taking a stock with Sheik. Like, figuring out, how do I actually get this kill? That's going to be your hardest part. And that's what keeps her down here as one of the weirdos. Like, yeah, she's got great frame data. She's got great frame data, but she's stubby. Like, I get that she has good frame data, but she's so stubby. And against all of these swords, like, look at all of these swords and huge hitboxes that are just going to outbox her, or just keep her away. And especially in a beginner environment, like, you gotta be moving fast and doing a lot of buttons quickly to get anything to happen. And they're gonna be living to 200, and you're gonna be, like, dying at 80. You're gonna be like, I don't know how to kill. It's gonna be a struggle. Time to mash in the mashy meta. Hey, you can't spell Smash Ultimate without Mash Ultimate. Am I right? Am I right, fellas? Nah. Alright. Alright, let's fill out this roster, make it look a little more even. Someone who's also tough to play. Yeah, I think Sephiroth's kind of tough to play and win with. He's got Swordy Privilege. But his neutral B is not easy to use unless you're at the ledge. His side B can be a little tricky. He does get an extra jump with Wing, and Wing does get armor on smash attacks. I know how much beginners love armor on smash attacks. That does give him bonus points, but his frame data is really slow. His out of shields are really bad, really rough defense. His counter is also not like other counters. It has like this window where you can hit him before the counter comes out. It's really vulnerable. And in general, like, his spacing can be tricky. The sweet spot on some of his normals is different depending on what move it is. So, like, moves where he stabs, like forward air and up tilt, the sweet spot is at the tip. But moves where it's a swipe, like forward smash or up air, the sweet spot is in the middle. So, like, you know, just weird intricacies that are going to be a little tough for a beginner to figure out. Just going to be a little tough to figure out. Side B is good. Side B is easy to use, I think. Though, you know, not full screen. So, like, you do have to find that uncomfortable mid-range that a lot of beginners really hate playing at. Joker's the same, just better in every way. Oh, sorry. Sheik is slim, not the simple target to hit. Joker's the same, just better in every way. Yeah. No, that is true. Sheik is like a small hurt box. That is true. And Swordy Privilege, it's not armor or invin. Yeah, I mean, Swordy Privilege is real, though. Just having this huge disjointed hitbox that your opponent can't really interact with in any meaningful way. Like, that's worth something. Yeah, not a bad character, just tiny tricky. Yeah, I think just a bit tricky, and like learning. Also, a beginner has to learn, do I want to tap up B to go like the short distance? Do I want to hold up B to go the long distance? There's some other stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. Let me put someone up here. Let's see. Aha! Aha! Yes. I told you this was going to be the heavy tier. Ike. Ike is super simple to play. Just that disadvantage is rough. Like, super easy to pick up and play. Super straightforward game plan. You just nair and fair a bunch. You just up air when people are above you. You just kind of, you know, click moves. You recover by, like, pushing side B if you're horizontal, pushing up B if you're vertical. You up B out of shield with armor. Yeah. Pretty easy to play. Just that disadvantage is so rough. It could be really hard to get down from juggle scenarios. It could be really hard to recover against people who know what they're doing. And even beginners can figure out how to beat Ike up B or something pretty quick. Just one of those things. Still, easy game plan. Easy game plan to figure out. Easy combos to figure out. One of the easier combo characters for beginners to learn how to do combos with. So, you know, that's why Ike gets this tier. The disjoint doesn't matter if it goes through my target or armor eaten. Incineroar is a nice example. Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course there's going to be ways to play around disjoints. But again, this is for beginners. For beginners, disjoints are really, really strong because you can poke without putting yourself in danger. Hey, Fast. Welcome in, welcome in. How you doing, Fast? Welcome to the barcade. Hope you're ready for tier list time. We're making our way downtown through this tier list. Walking fast. Speaking of fast. You know, speaking of Incineroar. Bam, same tier. Yeah, who knew it? Another heavy. We respect Ike here. We don't use counter at ledge. That's mean. No, you gotta use counter at ledge. See, that's what I'm talking about. Even beginners can figure out, like everyone can figure out, oh, just down B counter Ike at ledge and you win every time. Like, that is a rough situation to be in, man. Poor Ike. Doing okay, just resting after 2x KO. I've gotten addicted. Hey, nice, let's go. That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. I'm glad you're liking it. The addiction is kicking in, is very real. Anyway, Incineroar, tier. The thing with Incineroar, his normals are insane. I think the issue is that he's slow. The issue is slow and recovery is a little bad. I actually don't think his disadvantage is that bad, especially compared to these other characters. I think he's got the best disadvantage of probably all of the characters in this list. Because he's got frame 3 down B, Revenge, to just absorb hits, let him try to recover, try to get back down from juggles. He's got armor on, especially certain moves like side B. He's got invincibility on neutral B, like head invincibility on Darkest Lariat. And he's so strong. He's got so much kill power on just every move. Not to mention, like, good frame data. Like down tilt, up air, even like spaced forward air, neutral air, back air. He's got really good frame data. Literally, the only thing holding him back is that slow movement speed and the offstage. Otherwise, he would for sure be up here and easy to play for beginners. I think he's still a decent beginner character. Especially because, like, some of the stuff that makes him bad, other beginners, if you're, like, in a whole beginner circuit, like, you know, there's 4 of you, you and your friends are all trying to learn this game. Yeah, dude, they're not going to know how to punish that stuff. They're not going to know the stuff that makes Incineroar bad or how to deal with it. Like, his normals are just so good. They'll do the work for you. Oh, down smash? Yeah, Incineroar down smash is underrated. That move is good. Yeah, slow but has kill power, fair trade. Exactly. Yeah, pretty good. And yeah, getting Revenge, making moves safe on shield. And by the way, hitting a shield with Revenge doesn't take away the Revenge. You get to keep it even if you hit their shield. Super generous. Super generous. Yeah, I think great beginner character. Speaking of down smash, Byleth. Okay, sure. Let's talk about Byleth. Let's see. Excuse me. Alright, here she goes. Bam. Kind of on the trickier side, I would say. Like, still fairly easy. Still huge disjoints. Great juggle situations, right? Like, you get them above you, I think anyone can figure out, oh, I up air and up smash and up B. All the ups whenever I'm juggling. But I'm not exaggerating. I think, like, all of their specials are pretty underwhelming. Up B is, like, the best one, and side B is tricky, like, decent. But neutral B is almost a dead move. Almost. It's useful. Charged one, not so much. But fail not is almost a dead move. And then down B, like, practically is a dead move. Are you saying Byleth wants uppies? Nah. Yeah, Byleth wants uppies, yeah. It's exactly what I'm saying, Anima. No. Slightly weaker Corrin. I feel like they play pretty different, to be honest. Though, I mean, they're both insane at juggling, so I'll give you that. Both really good juggles. But we'll get to Corrin. Hold on. We gotta talk about Byleth. Yeah. I think the thing holding Byleth back is the speed, because they're pretty slow. Especially slow movement speed, slow frame data, right? And also, just those specials. Yeah, like, the trap of, like, neutral B and stuff, like beginners wanting to fall into using neutral B, down B, side B. I think becoming a B button warrior is, like, a real threat with this character. The bad habits that they can teach beginners, it's a problem. But, I mean, it's mostly good. I think the character's mostly easy to play. I think disjoints go a long way. I really do. FE version of Palu. Kind of. Like, what, you just nair? Nairbot? Nothing for the ground life, which Corrin does effectively. I mean, yeah. You do have some funny stuff, like down smash, like Anima said. Like, I think down smash is better than people probably think. Because it's slow enough that it actually catches spot dodge. And it, like, chunks your shield, man. But I think a lot of the aerials, like, oh, that's the other thing. Forward air and back air are hard to space. Forward air and back air are really hard to space for beginners. They're, like, awkward, because you kind of have to fast fall it if you're going to try to, like, land it effectively on a grounded opponent. I think having to do that is, like, combined with, like, the slow speed and everything is what's keeping them here in this tier. Okay. Let's see, I guess we could go to Corrin. Bam. Oh, not that high. Oh, hold up. Corrin is easy to play, though. Yeah, Corrin's for sure easy to play. You know, like I said earlier, you just get them in the air and you up air. That up air does so much work for you. It frame traps, it kills, it combos. The combos are pretty easy, too. Like, nothing bigger than a 2 or 3 piece combo. All easy to learn, does decent damage. Pin, like, you learn how to instant pin. Like, you can learn how to instant pin really, really quick in the lab. Like, just go to training mode, slide your thumb from B to A, bam, instant pin, frame 4 pin. All of a sudden, you're, like, ledge trapping, edge guarding like a pro. Until off stage, no, dude. Corrin's up B is invincible. Nah, it's actually pretty generous. I think their up B is, like, pretty easy to use for a beginner. Not to mention, their back air can help their recovery. They can recover with back air, because they can, like, push themselves forward. They can side B onto stage. Nah, I think that they're actually decent off stage. Run off forward air is just good. Oh, okay. The only problem, they do have one of those stall and fall down airs, which I think it can teach bad beginner habits. Only in startup. It's head invulnerable through most of it, is it not? Hold on. Now I gotta get some frame data. Hold on. Ultimate frame data. Corrin. Let's see. Let's find out. That is that the grounded version? Oh, I guess so, yeah. You do lose invincibility there. Okay. Well, look, I mean, it has the hitbox here. So, people have to have a disjoint if they're going to spike you. And the ending is a pretty big disjoint. That's really laggy. Easy to gimp. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It might be. Maybe the offstage situation. Maybe their recovery is not as good. But even then, it still is going to be like a Ness situation where like it's good enough, especially for a beginner. And every other part of their game plan is really easy to figure out. So I'm still going to keep them up here. But I'll concede that maybe I gave the up B too much credit. So I'll keep them at the bottom here of this tier. But yeah, I feel pretty solid that this is still where they go. Even after knowing that about the up B, I still think this is where they go. Let's see. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? Dude. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Beginners are going to see Ganondorf, and they're going to be mesmerized. They're going to be like, wait, but he's so fun to play. Why is he considered the worst character in the game? He's the one that I win with in my free-for-alls. He's got huge normals. He can kill you in 3 hits. He's really heavy, so he does get to live for a while, even though his recovery is bad. He's got really good normals. He's got Nair. He's got up air. Side B sets up free mix-up scenarios. It's really easy for a beginner to figure out, like, oh, I get a mix-up situation after the side B. Like, after the grab. And you have Ganon side, too. Another thing for beginners to go for, which, bad habit, but hey, something for them to learn. Easy way to win the game if you're up in stocks, right? But yeah, ultimately, I think Ganon is easy for beginners to play. He's just one of those that, like, you're going to go through a moment. Every beginner who ends up playing Ganondorf is going to have a moment where they go, this character's fun to play. Why are they bad? And then they're going to realize why they're bad when they play someone who knows what they're doing. And then they're going to be like, I have a choice. Do I want to stick and be the best Ganondorf? Or do I want to switch? But he's a very good training wheels character. You see what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? I think he's a good, like, you're going to learn the game on someone. Like, you can figure out Smash on Ganondorf. You'll just have a rough disadvantage. But yeah, I feel good about that. Doria! Doria! Love that. Alright. How about this? How about this? You know what? I think Pac-Man goes here. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the Pac-Man propaganda. By Pac-Man players saying he's so hard. Oh, you gotta learn all the setups. Oh, you gotta learn all these hydrant setups. No, you don't. No, you don't. No. You've got great normals. You got great out of shields. You have one of the best, I kid you not, one of the best recoveries in the whole game. Like, honestly. Like, if you don't get, like, edge guarded off stage, you're probably gonna get back to stage. Like, and also, hydrant makes it decently easy to get down out of like disadvantage for beginners. Like, the only problems with Pac are like learning what all the fruits do. Like, I'm sure most beginners are just gonna go for Bell or Key. And then also like, what? Like his grab is slow. I guess, yeah, his grab is slow. But yeah, like, you could argue he goes up here, but I think there's a little more finesse to Pac-Man. Like, you do have to learn like some stuff compared to these characters. Like, these are the characters you learn in like you know, like 30 minutes or something. These are the characters you learn in like an hour. I think, yeah, that's the difference. That's the difference. But yeah, he's definitely, don't be fooled by Pac-Man propaganda. He's definitely easier to play than people want you to think. Okay. Who's next? Who's next? Ooh, how about Wario? I don't know why he's Count Dracula now. Okay, but Wario, yeah. I think Wario is weird to play. He's kind of a high maintenance character because he's almost all whiff punishing. You've got to learn good whiff punishes. You got to abuse weird movement. His recovery can be tricky because you don't always have the bike. And when you don't have the bike, it can be hard to make it back. He's got a resource with both the bike and Waft. 2 resources to keep track of. His specials in general are a little weird. Like, he's only got really one good out of shield option in Nair. And I guess forward air. Not really easy, like, edge guard situations. Not really easy ledge traps. The only easy things about Wario are, like, the combos themselves are not too hard. Like, I think you can learn, like, Nair up air pretty quick, or up tilt up air. Even up tilt waft, like, you can learn that stuff pretty quick. But, yeah, he's mostly tricky. It's a lot of tricky movement and a lot of, like, you have to whiff punish. Because that's the only way you're going to be successful. And that's really unfortunate. Weird up B. He has invincible for some reason. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's nice. It's good to have invincibility on it, because then that helps with recovery. That's probably, you know, stuff like that, and the combo ease. And also, once you do learn a waft combo, you do kind of get a guaranteed stock each game. Like, that's the stuff that keeps him from being, like, down here. Otherwise, I think he would probably be in this tier. Like, pretty tough to play. Let's see, who else do we have? Okay. How about you? Dude, this character is tough to win with. This character is tough to win with. Yeah, there we go. Hey, welcome in, Church. How you doing? Welcome to the barcade. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Sorry about the way the BB Tag tournament ended up going. That's so crazy. So yeah, Piranha Plant. I think the issue with Plant is he doesn't have a cohesive play style. Oh my gosh! Church! The subscribe? Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Church. We'll enjoy your emotes, your subscriber emotes. We do have new emotes, by the way. Oh shoot, I should have mentioned that. We got new Twitch emotes. Dang, I forgot to mention this earlier at the start of stream. We got brand new Twitch emotes. I'm sorry, Church. I'm sorry, Church. I won't bring it up again. But I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. I am glad you're here to hang out and talk tier lists with us. We're just talking about Piranha Plant. So, yeah. Plant doesn't have like a cohesive play style. Oh, the red and green are so cute. I love them. Oh, I love them together. They look so good. Like, they kind of make you think that you want to be like a trapper zoner with Plant, because you got the smoke cloud, you got Patooey, you got the down B, and then they also want you to think, oh, maybe you're supposed to play like a heavy, maybe you're supposed to play like with these weird normals. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just not very cohesive. You've got some good stuff. Like, you got up smash, really strong, up throw, kill throw helps. Patooey is like a good defensive tool, because other people will hit you and then they'll just get hit by the Patooey when it falls on them. But yeah, other than that, a lot of weird frame data. Like, your moves are really slow, except for like like jab is frame 2 for some reason. And then like your best combo starter is up air, which is like impossible to hit. Have you tried landing like a landing up air on someone as Piranha Plant in a real match? It's so hard. Really small hitbox. Yeah. Plant is tough. Plant is tough. For sure, Plant is tough. Let's see. Okay. Let's add another weirdo. I think it's time. I think it's time we add another weirdo to this list. Are you ready? Okay. Bum 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 bum. Snake? Snake? Snake! Here he is. So, I'm sure you guys know why Snake is one of the weirdos, right? Like, you're playing a different game. You're playing 4D chess, and the opponent is playing Smash. You're playing, like, where am I placing the C4? Huh. Where am I pulling out my grenades? Huh. I'm gonna pull out 2 grenades here, and then I'm gonna up smash. Huh. Like, not to mention dash attack, dash attack, dash attack. Down tilt to low profile stuff, crawl. Up B Cypher is super weird, the way it works, unique. Blow yourself up. Nikita edge guards. Yeah, definitely playing his own game. He is playing his own game, not Smash Bros. If you learn Smash, none of these skills are going to transfer over to any other character. None of your Snake skills that you pick up on your journey are going to transfer over to another character. But that being said, he's really good. He's really strong. A really good character, and I think people should play Snake. I think Snake is like one of the most creative and expressive characters in the whole game. Like, no 2 Snake players play the same way. You know what I mean? Like, every single Snake that you will ever see plays different from each other, and that's awesome. Super cool character. And yeah, super good moves too. Yeah, frame 1 grenade escape, up tilt, super crazy up tilt. Used to be crazier in Brawl. Yeah, really good normals. Down air does like 20%. Forward air, crazy. Like I said earlier, dash attack, up smash. Yes, crazy. Cool character, man. Cool character, but definitely one of the weirdos. You are not learning Smash, you're learning Snake. Not fundies. You're not learning fundamentals. Snake is playing Fortnite and Smash, basically. Although that reminds me of this clip where like this Snake like builds this huge Fortnite tower, and then there's this Kazuya just staring at him. He fires the missile, Kazuya just reflects it, blows the whole thing up. Anyway. Let's see, who else is kind of tough? Who else is kind of tough? Okay. So, I think people overrate this character. Let me start off by saying, I think Sora is pretty overrated and overhyped in this game. Like, I get that he's got the Nair loops. I get that he's got the combos. Theoretically, infinites. You know, there's other characters theoretically have infinites. Isabelle. Link. But, I think for a beginner, Sora is so floaty. And his frame data is so, like, weird and slow. And not to mention, he's going to give beginners some of the worst habits I've ever seen. Anytime they're in the air, down air. Anytime they're at a distance, side B, side B, side B. Like, fire, thunder, blizzard. Fire, thunder, freeze. Yeah, I think this character is so bad for beginners. And it's going to take a while to figure out stuff. But really, like, the floaty thing is, like, so... The floaty thing is, like, the biggest thing. I think he's so weird and alien to play. For that reason, it's going to be hard to, like, space normals on grounded opponents. You know? For beginners. How do you keep why Sora's so floaty? He has glide in his game, but it's, fast. True, yeah. It is kind of weird how he's so extra floaty. Like, why is it so much? Like, I don't know what aspect they're trying to represent of Kingdom Hearts with the floatiness, but he's unique. He's certainly unique. But yeah, I think his only saving grace is that his recovery goes quite far. So you're probably not going to get, like, in like a horrible situation off stage, and he does have a counter, which I know beginners love. Really good counter too. His counter can beat stuff like Wonder Wing, stuff that can't be countered. It's really good. And he has a sword. But yeah, he is definitely tough. He is definitely tough. Probably easier than these characters though. He does have a sword, but yeah, I would put him there. I'd put him there. Okay. I am slowly losing my voice from yapping for an hour and a half, so I'm going to get a drink. I think you guys should get a drink too. So we'll be right back. I am sorry. We'll just take a quick little break. Don't go anywhere. Hey, what is up? What is up? We are so back. We're so back. Hope everyone had a good little break. I definitely got hydrated. Got a nice little water. Agua. And with this, I have the power to finish this list. Yeah, and oh my gosh, I am so sorry I didn't say this earlier. I am so sorry I didn't say this earlier. But as I said, we have new emotes on the Twitch stream. And these emotes were actually made by the lovely Church HB in Emote Lab. So there you go, just to show these off. These are awesome. These are so cool. Hopefully we get to the point where we can have these emotes on YouTube as well. I think we just have to hit YouTube partner or something. And so, you know, we're on the road. We're on the road. But I'm not like in a rush or anything. You know, we're just vibing, going with what we have, what we can. So there you go. In Twitch chat, new emotes made by the lovely Church HB. Thank you, Church. Thank you, Church. Huge shoutouts. Huge shoutouts. Welcome back. Thank you, Nightly. Welcome back indeed. Let's see. Where do we pick up? Maybe, should I finish a tier? Should I finish the easy tier up top? That seems reasonable. Okay, you know what? I've complained about this character before. You guys know how I feel with this character. Putting my own feelings aside, Yoshi is a great beginner character. Like, really, genuinely. You can push any button, doesn't really matter what, and it's probably gonna work out. Your frame data is incredible. You know, your recovery is weird, but you have a double jump that goes all the way across the screen, and it has armor as well. Not to mention, your up B is like decent. Like a double jump up B adds a lot of height. Goes pretty far. You have a command grab. Your down air does like 30 damage or something. Yeah, I think just crazy. Easy combos too. Easy out of shields. Good defense. Good out of shields. Just easy to get out of juggles with. Yeah, man. I think the issue is that you do have some like dead moves, right? Like side B is like notoriously one of the worst moves in the game. And also like Yoshi Bomb has like okay. The command grab is even just okay. Like good for B reverses, but you're not gonna be B reversing really as a beginner much. But yeah, regardless of all of that, Yoshi's super easy to play from all aspects. Easy to play on the ground, easy to play on the air. Good in neutral, advantage, disadvantage, really good beginner-friendly character. But for my sanity, please don't pick him. I do not need more Yoshi players out there in the ether. It's not something I need for my mental. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, let's just ride out this this top tier here. This easy to play. Let's go. You know who else is pretty easy to figure out and play? Oh, I'm gonna do it to him. I'm gonna do it to him. Sorry. Bam. Steve. Okay, Steve is such a weird one. I'm gonna be honest. Because I can see the argument that he belongs in the 10 weirdos. Like, I really do. I see the vision. I see the argument that he belongs as a weirdo. But at the same time, I've also seen 15-year-olds that have never played Smash before pick up Steve and go and win their local and go and win a regional. And so, like, that puts me in a weird spot. I think he's for sure goes as easy, though, because of that. Like, I think it's so easy to figure out the combos. The damage is so free, and, like, so many characters just can't deal with you. Like, in matchups. So many matchups, characters just can't deal with a wall of blocks or something. Or they can't deal with the edge guard situation. Or whatever. I mean, there's so many things that should make him hard to play. He's a resource character. He has one of the shortest jumps in the game. His recovery is a glide. Like, he should not be in this tier. He really shouldn't. That just goes to show how like, busted Steve is. Like, that he's that easy to pilot. And really, this is just based more on real-world data. Like I said, I've literally seen 15-year-olds that have never played Smash before learn Steve within a day and then win a tournament. Like, that is no exaggeration. I've seen that happen. This character is insane. He gets free combos, yeah. Oh, Anima. They removed Black Yoshi, so you're safe from Anima Yoshi for now. Woo! Oh, God. Thank goodness, dude. I never thought I'd be happy they removed Black Yoshi. No, I'm just kidding. That's one of the greatest tragedies of Smash Ult. Not only did they remove it, but they replaced it with Crafted World Yoshi. Oh. How dare. How dare. Okay. What else do we have? I think there's not many more in the easy tier. No. Bam. Yeah. I think Roy's pretty easy. Like, in the same vein as, like, Lucina and characters like that. Like, you just frame data with a disjoint. You just hit buttons. Like, I get that he's got the sour spot, sweet spot. But, dude, like, even if you're hitting the sour spot, you're still spacing with a sword. And, like, that's fine, because, like, beginners can't space anyway. So, like, sweet spot, there you go. Combos are easy. Like, no bigger than, like, 2-piece or 3-piece combos. All pretty simple to figure out. Even jab back air is pretty easy for a beginner to figure out. His up B has armor on it. At least the grounded version. I don't think the aerial version does. But still, like, it goes far enough, and it's decent enough. It goes far enough. I think it's just barely. It just barely goes far enough. And he does enough. And his, like, speed to power ratio, he's really fast and strong enough that you can just take stocks with, like, a dash attack and an F smash and even an F tilt or an up tilt or a side B. You know, like, you just take stocks. And also, while I'm at it, Roy neutral B, secretly pretty good. That move is safe. Hard to punish. Like, you can just throw it out, by the way. Just gonna say that while I'm here. He may sometimes have a wet noodle. A wet noodle still hurt to get hit by. Yeah. Yeah, sure, yeah. Exactly. So Chrom should be equal, right? Well, I'm glad you asked. I am glad you asked. Chrom is almost equal. Chrom, everything I just said about Roy almost applies to Chrom, but the recovery is that bad. I'm sorry. I know it's memed on. I know it's... I think like it's not talked about enough how bad Chrom's recovery is. I think it's worse than people say it is. Dude, it's like miserable having to use that freaking up B. That is the only thing, by the way. If Chrom had... If the up B situation was anything else, instantly the next tier up. Like one of the easiest characters to play in the game. Yeah, but he's super simple, super easy to figure out how to use his moves. Huge disjoints, great speed, great power. You know, like, easy to do combos. Good out of shields. I think his up B still has armor, like Ike's. Like, yeah. Pretty good. Oh, man. If this was 1.0, he might still be in the top anyway. It was like baby's first Chromicide. Everyone knew how to do the Chromicide combo in 1.0 to just drag you off the edge. It was a crazy time. Chrom was meta. Chrom was meta, trust. In 1.0, Chrom was meta. Oh, yeah. Chrom has the problem Lucina has. Simple, bad, not better. Yeah. Like, Chrom's definitely not better than Roy. But change that up, B, and it could be. What about my favorite other blue-haired Fire Emblem Lord? You mean... the aura is with me. Yeah, so he's gonna go here. A little tough to play. And a lot of that comes down to his weight. He is way too lightweight to really make use of the aura. And his up B is also a little funky to control. And some of his normals in general are just kind of weird for a beginner to figure out, I feel like. Like, down air is a super weird, funky normal. Like, also, like, forward air, the combos, forward air, up air, a little weird. I don't know, and it's just kind of weird. You have to learn B reverses and wave bounces pretty quickly with Lucario, too, to be effective. Like, you know, you have to wave bounce neutral B. And not to mention, like, some of the neutral B combos in general, like Aura Sphere back air, or whatever it is. I think he's a little tough. I think the things keeping him from being further down, like straight up difficult to win with, are that you do have aura moves, and so, like, you know, beginners, in a beginner context, right? Everyone's a beginner. This is a beginner tier list. Everyone in the room is a beginner, so no one really knows kill confirms yet. So you're not just gonna be dying at random percents. And in that case, you do, like, you get, like, aura back air, aura forward smash, aura force palm, or aura sphere. Like, all of these moves kind of become legit pretty good. And you do have the down B counter. Yeah, we'll acknowledge it. I love when I get max aura and SD over recovery. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Anima. Whenever, say this mouse, say the cursor is me as Lucario, and I, like, oh my gosh. I up B, and I'm, like, down here, and the stage is up there. I'm like, phew. I try to tilt the stick to the left and just, it's so bad. It's so frustrating, man. Fun fact, I actually, when I had my amiibo collection, I had my Lucario amiibo signed by the voice actor, Sean Schemmel, who is also the voice actor for Goku from Dragon Ball Z. And when I took the amiibo to get signed, he, like, looked at it, was like, oh yeah, an amiibo, I gotta get me one of these. And then he signed it, and that was it. And then I left. And it was quite the day. Oh my gosh. It's Shizuka. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining the barcade. Welcome to the barcade. Enjoy your free emotes. Enjoy your barcade tokens, no cash value, that you can spend on different channel point redeems. And yeah, enjoy the vibes. I really appreciate it. Do you play Smash? Because we're talking tier list today. We're talking how easy characters are to learn for beginners in 2026. The perspective is you're a beginner to Smash Ultimate, and the year is 2026. Uh-oh. Just so everyone gets the POV. Speaking of, yeah, okay, I feel like I wrapped up my thoughts on Lucario. Yeah, the main issue is just that weight and some funky normals, man. Who's next? Let's see, I guess we could keep this train rolling. You know who's really similar to Lucario and ends up, like, really close to him on this list? His brother. Greninja. How's it going? It's going well. Thank you, Shizuka. It is going well. We are yapping about Smash. Yapping all the time. Alright, yeah, I think Greninja is tricky because of the movement. You have to learn combos. And, like, you have to learn how to do dash attack conversions, or else you're not going to see any success. And his what is it? Water Shuriken is not like other projectiles. Like, it's not like you can, like, charge Water Shuriken and store it like it's a charge shot or something. Like, you have to use it right then. So that makes it a little harder to use than like a lot of the other chargeable like projectiles that are like it. Not to mention like Shadow Sneak is a bit weird. He's got like the up B, which is kind of weird, kind of hard to control for like a beginner. Like just kind of a little awkward in these areas that all add up. And also super lightweight too. Never underestimate how lightweight Greninja is. He is so light. All the time, I've got a student on my Smash team who's a Greninja. He's a senior now, so I've had him for a while, and all the time I'm shocked at how light Greninja is. It's like, damn, like really, man, he just dies all the time. So yeah, that's what keeps him here. He's not further down because he does have generous combos and some good moves. Like forward air is really good, back air is really good, up air is really good. Even like forward smash is like pretty good punish move. But yeah, just awkward character. Oh, up tilt is invincible, by the way. Tongue is invincible on up tilt. Good to know. Your model looks nice. Is this custom? Oh, thank you. No, it is not a custom model. It is a pre-made model, but I customize a lot of aspects about it, like the colors and different things. But thank you. I really appreciate that. Ironically, I would just play Zelda, because he feels like he's trying to turret like her and also be Sheik. You know what? Yeah, I feel like that's a good analysis. Like Greninja is like an easier to use Sheik a little bit. Really similar. But then like he does want to kind of like stay in place and use these traps like Zelda, but it just doesn't work out for him, man. It's not quite the same. Let's see, speaking of, I guess we could talk about Zelda next. Let me see. Okay. I think Zelda, she's mildly easy. Yeah, she's mildly easy. Okay. I think like the game plan, like for a beginner, figuring out like the game plan, quote unquote, of like sit far stage to mid stage, use different levels of Phantom, charge Phantom all the way. If you think they're going to respect you too much, then start throwing out Din's Fires until they get close, and then use something to get off me like Neutral B or Up B out of shield, right? Like, I feel like the game plan writes itself so well, and also she has surprising kill power, like forward air, back air, up air. Pretty strong moves. However, I think the problem is she's linear. And I think like learning the different levels of Phantom, because if you didn't know, Phantom, her down B, has 5 different levels to it. And so like knowing when to use the different levels, it can be a little tricky. And like her disadvantage is also not the best, right? It can be tough for her to get out of juggle. Her down air is super small, super skinny, and her nair doesn't do a great job at hitting below her. You have the invincible neutral B, but it's super punishable, so if they call you out, then like, you know, you're just gonna eat like a huge smash attack or something crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it though. She's still fine, like pretty easy. You're just gonna run into those little struggle areas, I think. Let's see, who do we got next? Oh boy, how about another heavy? King K. Rool. There we go. King K. Rool is gonna go here. Would you be interested in getting a custom feature model? Not at the moment. Thank you though. King K. Rool is gonna go here. So yeah, the issue as all the other heavies. But I lied. King K. Rool actually goes here. I baited you. Here's the thing. King K. Rool has armor for days, and he lives forever. And his up B is very generous and goes quite far. Not to mention, the zoning is pretty easy to figure out how to use. Pretty easy. Yeah, I think pretty easy. Like, you can play K. Rool easy. The disadvantage isn't even that bad because you just, like armor through, you know, like you just nair through, you just belly armor or whatever. crown sets up stuff. Just flail. You can, yeah, exactly. Just flail nightly. You can just kind of push buttons, man. You can just kind of push buttons. And like the zoning is effective enough that most other beginners aren't going to be able to deal with it. Most other beginners aren't going to be able to deal with the K-Rool armor to get out of disadvantage. Like, it's going to be so strong. And then random moves like down smash are going to be so effective in this. Trust. Like, K-Rool is actually a very, very good beginner character. Honestly. Like, honestly. Super good. Okay. Now, actually, a character that's easy to play but bad recovery disadvantage. Little Mac. I know y'all saw this coming. Admit it. You know that he's easy to play. You know he's easy to play. You just, like, flick the yellow stick at the bad guy, right? You just spam tilts, spam smash attacks. You armor through with smash attacks. You just use frame data. Technically, the fastest aerial in the game. Frame tune there. But yeah, you just out frame data. Frame one jab. Your moves go nuts. You got KO punch. But of course, you get put off stage, there's a very real chance that you just die. Like, anytime. It doesn't matter what percent, it doesn't matter what the situation. Anytime you get put off stage, there is a very real chance you simply die, and there's nothing you can do. And so forever, Mac is going to be in this tier. This tier almost exists because of characters like this. See the trend? Like, it's all these characters that, like, would be fine, or would be really easy to play, if not for the offstage situation. Like, you know what I mean? Poor Mac. But yeah, still a decent beginner character. He's almost a weirdo. Almost a weirdo, because you're not really gonna know some stuff about Smash after playing Mac. Right? Like, you're not gonna really know aerials as well. But he gets to stay out of being a weirdo just because of how easy it is to use his stuff. Like, it's so easy to just smash attack and play like the strike throw game. You're still kind of playing normal Smash. You're just not jumping. It's still Smash, you're just not jumping. Let's see. I think this tier is almost done. We do have one more, I know for sure, though, that goes here. Bam. DDD. Genuinely, I think there's people who want to say DDD's like kind of tough. I don't think so, dude. I think DDD's pretty easy to play. I think the hardest part is disadvantage because your airspeed is so freaking slow. Like, my gosh. Dude, you cannot travel through the air to save your life. But I feel like his normals are easy enough to use. And like, Gordo is like pretty simple. You've got the reflector built in with your command grab. Which, by the way, Smash is the only game I can think of where command grabs are also projectile reflectors. Name me another fighting game that has projectile reflector command grabs. I'll wait. Smash has like 2. Whatever. Yeah, his normals are good enough. His aerials are good enough. He's got the disjoint. He's so heavy. Like, basically, unless you hit the blast zone, you're probably not dead. Gordo eats ledge. But it's not tasty, it's all spiky. What? That's funny. I mean, yeah. If you get Gordo to stick in the ledge, but honestly, even without knowing that, Gordo, like shallow Gordo throw, is one of the best ledge trapping moves in the game by itself. And Jet Hammer is not that bad. You might think Jet Hammer is one of those big dumb moves that's super slow and bad, but it's not as bad as you would think. Jet Hammer is pretty safe and also breaks shields. And at ledge, it hits below the ledge. It 2 frames. You can 2 frame with Jet Hammer. That move is not that bad. But yeah, I think the recovery is carrying hard and the weight is carrying hard. The disjoint carries hard, and I think it's pretty simple to use and figure out what you're supposed to do with DDD. I think there's some matchups that are hard, but that's fine. That's why you have bad disadvantage, right? Let's see. All right, moving on. Oh, you know what? There's another that goes in here. Pyramithra. Dude, this is almost a Chrom situation, but the recovery's nowhere near as bad as Chrom's. Don't get me wrong. I think they're easy to play. I think they're very easy to play. Even I think Pyra is underrated how easy Pyra is to play for a beginner. I think she's got very generous normals and hitboxes, very generous kill confirms, like down air up smash, dude. And then Mithra, the speed and frame data mixed with the range, like very easy to use. But I think the disadvantage is tough. Like their recovery is easy for people to hit. Like random projectiles or random like moves hit you out of your double jump and you're just dead, right? And Mithra is fast, like pretty fast to pilot. But still, I think pretty easy. Pretty easy. One of the easier characters. Almost goes up in the top tier, honestly. Almost. But you do have the disadvantage situation, and you have to play 2 characters at once. So, that's what's keeping him here. Let's see, who next? Who next? How about... Ooh, Sonic. Okay. Oh. We'll do Sonic first and then Bowser Jr. I got you. Okay, I think Sonic goes here. I think Sonic goes here. I think I was going to put Sonic up in the top row. That was my original thought. I think after reevaluating, Sonic actually is just a little harder than that. I know he's insane. Like, I know at highest level the character is, like, insane and so maddening and frustrating to deal with. But I think for beginners, like, his tools are a little funky to use. And yeah, yeah, exactly, Anima. It's like hard to kill. It's hard to kill with him sometimes. Like, unless you get a lucky F smash at ledge or read a jump with an up smash. Like, he doesn't have exactly like great kill confirm combos that are just super easy to learn. In general, those combos are a bit harder anyway, like the falling up air 1 stuff or whatever. And then having to learn how to abuse invincibility. I think, yeah, I think he's just slightly tricky. I mean, that being said, he probably, probably there. I think, yeah, probably. Yeah, probably there. No, I had it right the first time. I don't know why I'm moving stuff around. I had it right the first time. Alright, Bowser Jr. Where are you, Bowjow? Bowjow. There we go. I found him. How about that? He goes in the same tier. I think he's like fairly easy to play. And honestly, I think some people are going to overrate how hard Bowser Jr. is to play. Because there's this perspective of like, oh, trappers are hard. Not necessarily. I think the only trapping aspect he has is Mecha Koopa. You can set it up on a platform. And then like follow-ups to Neutral B, right? Setting up a Neutral B shield break with Neutral B plus side B. But that's really niche and beginners aren't going to do that anyway. What beginners are going to do is side B like crazy. And you know what? Side B has armor. Side B is jump cancelable into combos. Side B gives you free kill confirms into up B, like forward air or whatever it is. Exactly, side cargo burr. I think that side B gives a lot of value for making the character easier to play. And his normals are big, right? Forward air, back air are really good disjoints. Down smash too. His get up attack is huge, by the way. If you didn't know, his get up attack is ridiculously big. He's got a killing jab. One of the, what, 3 characters in the game that has a killing jab? Probably 5, actually. But still. Like, pretty good, like, for a beginner. Pretty good. And obscure, too. So, like, even, like, if you're up against players who, like, kind of know the game a bit better, this is not a character that's super common. So, like, not a lot of people know the matchup. I'll be honest. Pretty tricky. tricky for the opponent, but easy, like easier to play as than I think a lot of people might think. I say if you're a beginner, don't be scared of Bowser Jr. if you think he looks fun, or one of the Koopalings. Me, I like Ludwig. I play Ludwig von Koopa. But, you know, that's just me. Let's see. How about we do a weirdo again? Does that sound fun? It's been, I think enough time has passed. We can get one of these weirdos out of the way. Oh, I'm sure if you saw the weirdo tier, you saw this coming. Bam. Yeah. I mean, you're not playing Smash. You're playing Sideways Arms. You're playing Arms with no legs. You're playing some weird game where your arms go halfway across the screen. But it's not like Dalsim in Street Fighter where people can hit your arms. Your arms are actually intangible. Your mix-up is, do I throw one arm or two? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the character is just not a normal Smash character. You have to play at such an awkward distance, so far away. You have to get really used to these, like, specific traits to her. Like, jumping while you're doing tilts, or like doing a second tilt with the B button while you're in the middle of your jump, and then fast falling, and like weird movement that you don't do with anyone else. Not to mention like 3 different modes. You have to learn Ram, Mega Watt, Dragon, when to use all 3. But yeah, I say she's one of the weirdos. She's good. She's very good. She's probably the single best counterpick character in the whole game. Like, if you wanted to have a secondary for awkward matchups, odds are the best secondary you could pick would be Min Min. I really think so. Don't know if Max should be that high. Okay, Grizz. I'm gonna explain this because you weren't here earlier. But this tier list is for if you're a beginner and you're trying to learn Smash in 2026. And so that's the context. So to that, I'm saying Mac is easy to play, but has a bad recovery / disadvantage. So that's why he's up there. I think he's easy to play. That's all. Easy for a beginner to pick up and hit buttons. That's all that means. I'm not saying he's like a super good or broken character. You know what I mean? Twitch never lets me know you're live. Oh, I mean, hey, you know, shout outs to notifications. Try to make sure that you got Twitch notifications on, I guess. I don't know. That's weird. And you don't see it? Aw, come on, man. Mac is easy, dude. You just tilt and smash attack people. Like, you don't even have to learn what? Your average Smash character has 22 moves? 21 or 22 moves? You don't have to learn all that. You can take away 5 because you don't need your aerials. I think Mac is easy. I don't know. I'm not hearing any arguments. I think Mac is easy. But if you have any characters that you want us to talk about, let me know. We're just doing open character requests, just taking vibes. Speaking of, let's put someone else. How about... I'm the Joker, baby. I think Joker's pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Joker is pretty tough. And the reason that Joker goes down here, he's probably at the top of this tier. And Banjo's probably easier than Meta Knight. Oh, no, I take that back. The reason that Joker is, like, so tough is because of his kit. His kit is designed in such a way that, like, he's got one move that is an answer for one situation. And so you gotta find your answer to every situation in, like, all over the place in your kit. And it's gonna vary on different matchups and different, like, positionings and whatever, what move you have to answer what with. It's very specific. It's not like other characters where it's like, well, how do you deal with this? Up smash. How do you deal with this? Up smash. How do you do... Like, you know, like... Luigi, how do you deal with being juggled? You down beat. Like, he doesn't have anything like that. He doesn't have any one move fits all like scenario to get out of situations with. And not to mention, the combos are kind of tough. Like, you gotta learn the specific like up air drag down combos. You gotta learn fair one combos. Gotta learn how to use stuff like gun. And just kind of awkward recovery in general. Especially people don't talk about it. The recovery gets worse when you have Arsene. And that's going to be awkward for beginners to wrap their heads around. I get that, but for beginner, don't you want a character that teaches you how to play a plat fighter? So the thing is, Mac is still teaches you how to play Smash. You're just not jumping. But you still have to play the out of shield game. You still have to whiff punish. You still have to ledge trap. You still have to like try to 2-frame. You still have to play rock, paper, scissors. Like, Mac is still, at his core, playing Smash with you. He's just not jumping. He doesn't need to. And like, I get at the highest level, like, Mac is not going to be good. Like, Mac is not going to be conducive to winning unless your name is Peanut. But I think for a training wheels character, Mac is certainly going to be good enough to get you used to hitting buttons in Smash and like moving in and out of ranges and whiff punishing and things like that. Like, he naturally teaches you how to whiff punish, I think. Just with how fast he dashes. Like, you dash out, dash in, side B, dash out, dash in, dash attack, forward tilt. You get the idea. How many have you done so far? I have no idea. I don't know, Church. I'm not counting. But we're making good progress. We are making good progress. I know that. We're getting through this. Instructions unclear. Arsene dash attack. Yeah, just boom, boom. Dash attack. I mean, move is strong. Oh, Arsene back air. I should put him up here just for Arsene back air. No. No, you don't get a free pass that easy, bud. I think Joker's quite difficult. You gotta put in some serious time if you want to start winning with Joker. He's still good. He's still a very good character. But I think he's like one of the top tiers that takes time. Speaking of, you know then another top tier that's one of the weirdos? We could do another weirdo. I don't think it's been too long. There we go. Boom. Oh no, not at the bottom. Boom. And your sister. Boom. Yep. There we go. Peach and Daisy. Dude, this character, man. This is the... This Peach and Daisy, this is the character of break your hands by the age of 28. Like, arthritis by the age of 33. Like, this is the character that, like, you are sacrificing your body to play. They are hard in a completely different way than every other character on this list. You gotta learn. Like, you gotta learn stuff with this character. You gotta live in training mode and learn the combos, learn the float cancels, learn the turnip combos, and figure that shit out. And outside of that, their moves are kind of awkward. Like, they've got really stubby normals. They don't have super obvious kill moves except for, like, forward air. You know, like, their up B is actually pretty tricky to recover with, because you cannot grab the ledge facing backwards, if you didn't know. You have to B reverse it. So already, like, we could even just start there. The recovery requires B reversing to make it back to stage. So, not to mention float in general. Float is a crazy mechanic. Yeah, I feel super confident putting them down there, Peach and Daisy. I love float cancel turnip smack, which I hate to find out is her crown and not a not a bitch slap. Yeah, I know. It looks like she just totally slaps the shit out of you, but no, it's her crown. She grabs her crown off of her head and goes boom. Super strong. Oh, also, just for anyone who didn't know, since I've just given out free, like, esoteric knowledge today. The reason that Peach is insane, and the reason that Float Cancel is so good, is because in this game, short hop moves take a damage penalty. They do 0.85 times the damage that a regular aerial does. But this penalty does not apply to float. So you can float right by the ground, shorter than a short hop, and get the full damage on your aerials. And that shoots Peach's damage output like through the roof, dude. Character becomes insane. Anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We're getting our way through the 10 weirdos. Actually, yeah, Daisy's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're making our way through the 10 weirdos. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. No problem, Church. No problem. Can you borrow me real quick? All good. Okay. So, barcade maintenance really quick. I've been summoned. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to wrap up this tier list when we return. Hey. Whoa, there we go. We're awake. Alright, welcome back, everyone. Hope y'all had a good break. Barcade maintenance is over. We are so back. Welcome in, Winsky. How we doing, brother? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you are here to yap about some Smash, because we are yapping about some Smash. Let me see, where were we actually? Oh my. Let's see. Ah, yes, okay. Let's do some FGCs, because they're all going to be in the same tier, pretty much for the same reason. Can you figure out why? Actually, I lied about them all being in the same tier, but 2 of them are. Bam. There's Ryu. And bam, there's Terry. Alright. Yeah, they're both going to go here, because they're a little tough. They're a little tough. And I know that there's, like, the execution barrier or whatever is, like, real. Oh, turn down the music. Like, I get that the execution barrier is very real, and that's part of it. But even ignoring that, like, you know, brawlers in general, they're very stubby moves. And you gotta figure out some stuff. You've really gotta figure out some stuff with these characters, man. Like, especially Ryu. Like, I know Ryu does, like, lots of damage. Like, he just kills. And I think people overrate execution anyway. I think execution is, like, the easiest part of fighting games, because it's the part you can practice on your own. So, like, you just go and learn the combo. I'm just kind of like, just do it, nerd, you know? But, like, even that being said, I still think their movement is a little awkward. Like, Terry has good burst, so, like, Terry's probably easier. He's got good burst options. Like, Crack Shoot's really pretty good. And Dash Attack and Burn Knuckle. But I think it's just that they're kind of chunky, heavy. Their recovery isn't super great, very linear. Their game plan in general is very linear. The range that they're going to be attacking from. And also, you can't really counter zone with them. Like, their zoning is just kind of very weak. They have to get in up close. And you do have to learn the combos with Terry. You got to learn the inputs. And so that's going to put off a lot of beginners. Roy is easy to play. I must be trash. No. You're good. So, to me, the reason that I put Roy up here is because he's so fast. He's got great range, great power. Like, the mix of attributes between speed, power, and range is so overtuned on Roy. Not to mention, like, easy combos, because it's just, like, 2-piece, 3-piece combos, like jab, back air, nair, F smash, like, stuff like that. And just, you get random kill moves, like dash attack, forward tilt, up tilt, aerials. And even if you hit sour spots, like, it's still a sword normal. You're still spacing with a sword. And beginners aren't hitting sour spots anyway. They're hitting sweet spots because they can't space well. So, like, you get rewarded for quote-unquote bad spacing. So, that's the reason that I've got him up there. Okay. I always struggled with him. Fair. I mean, and yeah, fair. To me, I mean, like, I struggle with some of the characters up here too, but this is just like my opinion of, I think if you've never played Smash before, I think these are the easiest characters to pick up and then start winning. Let me see. Who could I do next? Any girl, any girl, any characters that you want to see next, let me know. We can bounce around in the order. If there's any characters not up here that you want to see. Oh, I was going to do the other FGCs. Okay, so I kind of teased this. I don't think Ken goes in the same tier. I think Ken is a lot harder. I'm not going to lie to you. Ken is very awkward. Oh, we'll do Villager Isabelle next. Got you. I got you, Anima. Got you. But first, Ken. I think Ken is, like, super awkward. And, like, takes a lot of time. Like, you have to learn some specific combos. Like, a really, like, kind of alien to Smash combos. And not only that, you have to, like, just learn weird neutral. Like, you have to do weird tricks like B reverse focus. You have to do, like, deal with a bad recovery that everyone is gonna, like, figure out how to mess with. Your zoning does nothing. Your fireballs just do nothing, it feels like. And then, like, your moves are strong, but not, like, that strong. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have just random kill moves. Even your supposed kill throw, back throw, isn't that strong for, like, a back throw. Ken is just weirdly, like, more of a struggle than I think people would expect. I know for me, I really wanted to make Ken work for a while. I thought, oh yeah, Ken's gonna be my guy. Alright, let's see. Villager, Isabelle. Isabelle, Villager. Alright. I think... Here's what I think. Gosh. These two... They're gonna go in the same tier. For what it's worth, I think Villager is easier to play than Isabelle. And it's only because of side B. It is just because of Lloyd Rocket. I think Lloyd Rocket is really easy to use. Like good zoning, like it forces the opponent to jump practically, and then you just slingshot. If they don't jump, then you just run up grab. And then also like the tree like cheese is kind of funny. Bowling ball, forward smash whenever people are off stage, like that's pretty easy to use. Okay, I think I've talked myself into here. I was going back and forth. I think ultimately it goes here though. The zoning plus anti-zoning combo of like forward air, back air, Lloyd Rocket, and then Pocket. The anti-zoning of Pocket is like so clutch for beginners. I think pretty easy to get into. Yeah, I think pretty easy to get into. I think the hardest parts are going to be like combos and kill confirms, and like learning actual ways to kill people that aren't just like random slingshots and random forward smashes off stage, or down smash, forward smash, right? Also, you do have the random element of up air and down air, but that's not going to factor into this. That's not going to change anything. Yeah, I think that's solid. And so I think Isabelle is like right behind. Like a bit more complicated, just because you do have to think more about positioning with like your Lloyd traps and fishing rod. And you don't have the bowling ball forward smash. Real shame that Isabelle doesn't have that. Man, Isabelle would be really good if she had that. Dude, that's probably like the biggest like, damn, she doesn't have that. Oh, and I should have said this for Villager too, but both of them have this, so. The up B, like, it goes quite far. So, like, even though it's very vulnerable, yes, you can hit it, you can gimp them pretty easily, it goes really far. And so, in a beginner situation where, like, people aren't going to be, like, necessarily edge guarding all the time, you're probably making it back to stage. Like, unless you go to the blast zone, you're probably going to be able to make it back with the balloons. Balloon trip. So yeah, I think pretty solid. Whoa! Whoa, double raid! Double raid! Yo! Welcome in. Welcome into the barcade, y'all. Howdy, howdy indeed. What is up? What is up? Hey, thank you so much for the raid, Luminara-ku. Thank you so much for the raid, Ophelia LaBelle. That is awesome. What were y'all up to? What were y'all up to? That is so cool. Oh, let me see if I can get this. Let me get y'all shout outs. Hold up. Let me make sure this works. Hey! Let me get y'all shout outs. Oh no. My shout out is on cooldown. I gotta wait another 2 minutes. Dang, what the heck? Okay, well, I got you. But definitely huge shout outs. Thank you guys so much for the raids. I hope y'all have had a great time on y'all's stream. Hope y'all had a lot of fun. And welcome into the barcade. Welcome in, Raiders. For anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Dompy. I run the barcade here. Play a lot of fighting games, Nintendo games, retro games, and indie games. That's pretty much it. We're doing a tier list today for Smash, talking about how easy it is to play characters for beginners. We just got hit with an ad. No, dude. Aw. We were playing an old scary PS2 game and we got stuck for an hour. Oh my goodness, they were struggling with Obscure. Oh wow. Dude, that sounds insane. Well, dang, crazy. Got stuck for an hour. Damn, well, welcome in. Glad y'all can come here and relax after what sounds like a crazy time. Glad y'all had fun though. And thanks again for the raids. Thanks for stopping by. Anyone who needs to raid and run, I understand. If you had a long stream, feel free to do so. We've just been yapping about Smash Bros, talking about how easy it is to play these characters. This is like, the perspective is, you're a new player to Smash in 2026, you never played before, and you want to get into it. What characters are the easiest ones to learn? That's what we're talking today. Oh man, and thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Sliferno? I hope I'm saying it right. I hope I'm saying it right. Sliferno? Sliferno slifing? Wait, is that it? Did I get it? I think I figured it out. We got there. Thank you so much. Dude, welcome to the barcade. Enjoy your free emotes. Enjoy your arcade tokens. No cash value. It's just Slifer. Yes, I got it, dude. Woo! Figured it out. Oh, man. Clutch. Yeah, thank you. Wait, I'm a Shulk main. How could this happen to me? No! Really? You play Shulk, Ophelia? That's awesome. I think Shulk is super cool, for the record. Mad respect. Clearly, I think Shulk is very hard. I'm not at all calling you a weirdo. I'm saying Shulk is like, he doesn't play conventional Smash. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the point of the 10 weirdos list, is they are not playing normal Smash. Where's Byleth? Where did we put Byleth? Oh, right here. Mildly easy. Kind of right in the middle right now. Here's Byleth. I think, a little slow, but huge disjoints. A little hard to space some stuff, but generous hitboxes, good juggling. Yeah. I feel like fairly easy. And I think Shulk is just like, you have to learn so many specific techniques with Shulk, right? Like, that's what gets me with Shulk, is like, you gotta learn the Monado Art landing lag cancels, which that's not gonna be useful for any other character you're ever gonna play. That's just a Shulk thing. Anyway, I gotta get through this list. I'm glad y'all are here. Let's listen. Let's do it. Don't listen to Lumi. She just down smashes until she wins. Dude, I was talking about that earlier. Let's go, Lumi. Let's go. I was talking about that earlier. Down smash with Byleth is underrated. Move is actually pretty good. I was literally saying how down smash is underrated. She's just mad because I win. Damn. The rivalry, the bitter rivalry. Love to see it. That's awesome. Dude, Shulk versus Byleth. That's the dream match. That's the dream match right there. My 4,000 combos are dust in the face of Byleth's down smash. A mirror. I love how she says that. Like, it's 2 words. A mirror. I love that. I'm a sucker for, like, that type of, like, anime cadence. Like, in Persona, when Ryuji goes, Captain Kid. I don't know. I'm a fan. The way that they call out names. Anyway, I have to move on with this list. And I'm glad y'all are here to join me. Anyone has any character requests? We are zooming through, but there's still some characters yet to be done. I think I want to talk about a hero. How tough do you think Hero is? Because I think Hero is way easier than people are going to say. I know people are going to try to gaslight you and tell you that Hero is really hard to play. Because you have to, like, learn all these spells, you have to read, you have to manage MP. Dude, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just do middle charge side B. Just do your normals, like forward air and back air, up air. Like, go for crits. And, like, fully charged up Bs. Like, you don't even have to mess with down B much. Like, you can get by with, like, charge shot, middle charge side B, and just, like, a general, like, sword gameplay. He's fast enough. His recovery goes far enough. And if someone starts to mess with down B, if you start to actually go through and read down Bs and stuff, hey, like, even better. Then you can start figuring out whack. Then you can start using whack and thwack. The only danger, the only fear, is is that beginners are going to be tempted to do stuff like Hocus Pocus. Don't pick shit like Hocus Pocus, Kamikaze, Kaklang, like these meme picks. Like, don't do it. Don't fall for it. It's not worth it. The few times it's funny, it's not going to be worth it for the many times that it's not worth it and you just die. 9 times out of 10, if RNG isn't Kamikaze, you can just select the first option. That's what we call top decking. Yeah. Actually, that's what they call it. If you're a hero and you just blindly pick whatever the first option is on down B, you're top decking. And honestly, I'm willing to. Like, even me. Like, I am willing to top deck as hero so hard. I accept the consequences if I Kamikaze. Like, that's on me. My other main is Mario. Where's my beautiful boy at? Puppy eyes. I don't think we've talked about Mario yet. Shockingly. Hold up. I guess I know who we gotta do next. Where is Super Mario? Yeah. So I think Mario is surprising. Like, I think he's easy. Like, don't get me wrong. I think he's easy to play. But I don't think he's, like, as easy as some people might think. Like, I know, like, the idea is just up smash, right? Just yeehaw, yeehaw. And then, like, you just up air. Yeah, like you say, wahoo, wahoo. And then spike. Like, I get it. I get it. But I think, like, he's a little too ballistic. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's a little too aggro and ballistic to be, like, in the top tier, in the easiest tier. The problem is you have to, like, kind of, you have to, like, play this boxing with punish game. Like, you have to use stubby normals to get in. You can follow behind fireball, sure, but you do have to find your way in, and you have to learn these combos. Oh man, I have to hydrate. Golly, I'm yapping. Dude. Anyway, yeah. I think his defense is really good. I think Mario's defense is great. You got great out of shields. Up smash out of shield. Up air out of shield. Back air out of shield. Nair out of shield. Up B out of shield. And also, some moves, like forward smash. The way he, like, reels back when he starts the forward smash, you'll be surprised how many moves you can dodge with that when that happens. Like, the forward smash is surprisingly good. But I do think his stubbiness and, like, just how aggressive you have to play him, like, you can't play passive at all with Mario. You have to call out your opponent. you have to put on pressure, and you have to be in their face. And I think that's like in a way that's unique, even different from Kirby, because Kirby at least has like amazing frame data. So when he gets in your face, like you just kind of stay there. Mario's frame data isn't quite as good, and he's still just as stubby. So like you have to get in their face and then make the right call out. You know what I'm saying? And his recovery also is a little awkward. The up B, you do have to like auto space. Not auto space. You have to space correctly. If you don't space the up B correctly, you will not snap ledge. And then you just get punished. Hey, welcome in, Pat. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the barcade today. I hope you're doing well. My confession is I was a hardcore Brawl player and more of a casual in Ultimate. Okay. Okay. Cool. Dude, I think Brawl is sick. I like Brawl. It's a cool game. Underrated. I'll admit it. I think Brawl is underrated. Does he still have his cape? Oh, of course. And that's another factor. Mario does have cape. Anti-zoning tool. Anti-zoning, we love anti-zoning for, you know, for our getting into stuff, for our beginners. Anti-zoning is always going to be good. But yeah, cape is awesome. There's nothing I love more than caping something random, like a Pikachu Skull Bash. Or like a Luigi Green Missile. Or an Ike, like an Ike side B. I love caping moves like those. Like, it's so good. Oh, and Flood. Also, you gotta love Flood. Alright, let's do the last Mario brother. The third Mario brother. Anyone have any guesses where this character goes? Boom. Same tier. Although I lied. I think Doc actually goes here. I think the reason is the recovery. Like, Doc's recovery is actually quite bad. It does not go far. Like, on stage, sure, like, you're a little slow, but the normals are fine, and, like, you're really strong. But the combos are not intuitive, aside from Pill combos. Pill is really good. Pill carries a lot for Doc. Like, just the fact that Pill is, like, such a good projectile and sets up for any combo you could basically want. Like, that's good. That's good. But other than that, like, he can be a bit awkward to play. He's got good out of shields, just like Mario. Like, arguably even better, because up B is, like, hella strong. And he's got the down air. He's got the down air. But yeah, I think he can be pretty tough to play. Like, you're going to have to figure some stuff out. He's harder than, like, the other heavies and the other bad recoveries for sure. He definitely goes in this tier. But I think he's easier than Lucario. I will say that. I've always wondered how Pill hurts us. Are we viruses? So, are you ready for this, Anima? I'm gonna blow your mind. I just beat Dr. Mario this year as a part of New Game Plus. And at the end of Dr. Mario, you find out that the viruses actually aren't viruses, they're aliens. And their mothership comes and takes them back. So, maybe the pills aren't attacking viruses, maybe the pills are attacking aliens. And maybe they hurt us because we are organic life forms. I don't know. But the more you know, Dr. Mario lore, the viruses are actually aliens. Lore drop. Boosh. Sorry, spoilers for a 40-year-old game almost. Anyway, yeah. That's where the Doc goes. I'm doing okay, just dropping by. Ah, gotcha. Well, glad you're dropping by. Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Glad you're doing well, buddy. Let's see. We could add another weirdo, I guess. Sure, it's time. Not many more weirdos. Second to last. Any takers? Who do you think it is? Ah, it's Duck Hunt. Yeah. This little bastard. Duck Hunt's kind of an oddball, huh? Like a little kooky guy. You know, you gotta figure out, like, pretty specific combos, the side B combos. You gotta learn all your different down Bs and how to zone with them properly. Can is unique, frame 1, a lot like Snake, actually. These two have a bit more in common, you might think. Also, the up B really weird. no hitbox on your up B. You just have to just go up and pray and air dodge. He has a wall jump. Did you know Duck Hunt has a wall jump? Also, some awkward combos. Like, if you want to get any combos done with, like, kill confirms, you have to learn up air drag downs. And weird stuff like that. Or the side B stuff. But yeah, I think just his brand of zoning is a bit different than the other projectile zoners, and it's a bit obtuse. And it's going to take beginners quite a while to learn compared to just, you know, a regular zoner. If you want to be a zoner and you're new to this game, I mean, really, just play Samus, you know? Like, why not just play Samus? But anyway, we'll save the last weirdo for the end. There's one more weirdo. I'll let you guys know. We'll save them for the end. See if anyone can guess who it is before we get there. Oh man, dude, if you had asked me about Mii Swordfighter a year ago, I probably would have put him like here. Dude, oh my gosh, are you ready? I don't know if you're ready. Are you ready? This character is ridiculous. I mean, you just do the meta layout, right? Like, I'm assuming the meta layout now. With the Shuriken of Light, Hero Spin, Gale Stab, and Power Thrust. I think that's what they're called. You just freaking kill people. You just zone with Shurikens of Light until they're at mid-range, and then run up grab, start the combo, or run up down tilt, start the combo. Like, it's another one of those, you have to, it's like R.O.B. The Mii Swordfighter is basically just like R.O.B. Like, it's a character where you learn the combo, and then you just start winning games. And, like, it doesn't even matter if your neutral is subpar. If you lose neutral 4 times compared to winning it the 1 time. Because if you know the combo, you're just gonna kill them. Yeah. I played Mii Swordfighter for funsies for a bit, and I was like, why is this actually working? Yeah, oh my gosh. The character... It's ridiculous. You would think that the character wouldn't work, and I know everyone likes to clown on the Miis, but I think the Miis are low-key pretty good, all 3 of them. And Swordfighter, last year with that Ramble video, the character just completely exploded. It was like they added a brand new character to the game, honestly. But yeah, Ramble, by the way, had only been playing Ultimate for like, what, 3 months or something? And then just completely changed the way that that character was seen. So, yeah, character is clearly very good for beginners. I think that proves it. Okay, who else? Well, one more Mii. I guess let's round out the Miis, right? My favorite Mii. Where do you think Mii Brawler goes? Really similar to Mario. Really similar, but a bit easier. And it's because of the recovery. And the kill confirms. In fact, probably like more Captain Falcon levels. You're stubby. Nah, I think this is good. I think this is good. You're very stubby, right? You're very stubby. And that's the hardest part, is like learning this spacing on these really stubby normals. But I feel like the combos are pretty, like, they kind of flow into each other pretty naturally, like up tilt, up air, up B, or whatever. Down throw, up B, pretty easy to figure out. I'm assuming, by the way, thrust uppercut, burning drop kick, shot put, and feint jump kick? What's it called? Feint jump kick? Feint dive? I don't know. Yeah, that layout. The recovery is really good. Really easy to use. Like, you could probably make it back between down B and side B. And that burning dropkick is awesome. I know I've talked about it before on stream. That's one of the most underrated moves in the whole game. It's so good. It's so good at anti-zoning, honestly. It's ridiculous. It solves matchups. Like, burning dropkick makes the Samus matchup even. I'm not even joking. But I digress. It's a good move. Good move. Good character. Pretty easy. I think the hardest part is going to be some intricate combos and, like I said, learning to deal with the stubbiness. Dealing with swordies and some zoners. Let's see. Who else? Who else? Who else? Oh, how about you? Diddy Kong. Yeah, Diddy's pretty tough, man. Diddy is what I call a high maintenance character. You gotta put a lot of time and effort into Diddy, and you can't really stop. You've gotta keep putting time and effort into Diddy. Diddy Kong. God, jeez. The fact that whatever. I think the thing with the character is the banana is super good. Banana is super powerful. And, like, you've got to learn to warp your game plan around banana. You've got to learn a lot of unique, like, item stuff that any item character has to learn. But Diddy, it's, like, mandatory. You know, like, you have to learn banana tricks. You've also kind of got to learn some movement tricks. And, like, weird stuff with the up B recovery. His combos are a little weird. And, like, he's got some easy-to-use kill confirms, like down tilt up smash and nair down air. But if you don't get those, like, it can be pretty tough to land a kill with Diddy Kong too. And yeah, neutral B is, like, kind of hard to use as well. Like, not like a great what do you even use it for? Ledge trapping, not zoning, that's for sure. I guess it's a good shield break punish, right? Fully charged neutral B. Don't sleep on Diddy Kong up B out of shield, by the way. The barrel blast up B out of shield is secretly not bad. It's secretly not bad. I would never lead you astray. Recovery's a little awkward, yeah. Recovery really hinders you. Like, it can be so hard, especially because if you misspace the recovery, you bonk and explode. You can barely, just barely misspace the recovery, and then you bonk on the side of the stage and you explode and don't grab the ledge. And it feels so bad. So yeah, I think that's where we put him. That's where we put him. Let's see, how about you? Toon Link. Toon Link. Toon Link-a-dink. Wobbin? Oh, we'll do Wobbin next. No one's ready for the Robin placement. I don't think anyone is ready for the Robin placement. But here, I think Toon Link goes here. Another one that's, like, fairly simple. The game plan is fairly easy to figure out, right? You just pull bombs. Bomb is always going to combo into, like, forward air back air because it has fixed knockback. You've got good defense because you got good out of shield options. You have the stall and fall, which I don't like stall and falls for beginners, but, you know, sometimes it's fine. It's a habit that can be broken. And, like, easy, like, 2-piece, 3-piece combos, like, nothing too complicated. You got a kill throw, which is also super good for beginners. Kill throws are great. Yeah, and I think just the mix of the speed and the projectiles makes it pretty easy to figure out. I think the problem is, like, the range is not as good as most of the other sword characters. And, yeah, just... yeah, different things like that. The recovery also, his recovery doesn't go super far. You'll have to figure out tether recoveries, it's fine. I miss double slash, but I get the change. Oh, yeah. I do too. I like the new change, but it's like, why is that the only thing you changed? Why didn't you change more? If you went through the effort of giving him a new F smash, it could have given him a new lots of stuff. Where's the Deku Leaf up B, dude? How does he not have a Deku Leaf up B? Whatever. I'll get so upset if I think about that for too long. Don't even get me started. You got to be confident on those spikes with Toon Link. Oh, yeah. That is so true. But it's a fun spike to use. It's very satisfying to land, man. Toon Link down air? Oh. Make this man change the wind on the stage to Gimp recoveries. Oh my gosh, you just bust out the Wind Waker. Bum, 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 bum. Make the wind blow to the right, and all of a sudden half the characters can't recover. Dude, that would be so funny. That'd be awesome. I'd love this character. Really quick, also, while I'm talking about underrated moves, Toon Link up air is insane. No one talks about how good Toon Link up air is. That move is ridiculous. Great combo starter, great kill move. It's pretty safe on shield. Disjointed, yeah, like solid move. No one talks about it. Anyway, Robin, the butt step. That's awesome. That's so cool. No one's ready for where I'm gonna put Robin. Dude, I think Robin's pretty easy. I think people are gonna try to convince you that Robin is hard because Robin is a resource character. Don't believe their lies, dude. Robin is not that hard. Like, it is not that complicated. You just back air and up air people with Levin, or forward air. Pick an aerial. It doesn't even matter. You just aerial people with Levin. You just arc fire them. I think any beginner can learn arc fire combos, honestly. I think arc fire combos are pretty easy to learn. And they do good damage, too. Like, arc fire up smash does like 35. I know that, like, Robin players like to get all fancy with, like, book combos and, like, B-reverse Nosferatu and all of this stuff. You don't need all that. Oh, also, L Thunder is an insane projectile. You don't even need Arc Thunder, Thoron, or Baby Thunder, though Baby Thunder is also good. L Thunder is actually really good. You could just spend all of your electric charges on L Thunder and be fine. I think just between, like, L Thunder, Arc Fire, and back air and up air and forward air, like, you're solid. Like, those moves alone make Robin pretty easy to play. I think the only thing holding Robin back from up here is the resource management, because you can run out of, you know, up B, and you're pretty slow and pretty light, right? Like, what, the second slowest walk speed in the game, behind Incineroar, and fairly light. Those two things do hold Robin back from being up here. But otherwise, don't believe their lies. Robin's not that hard. Probably harder than Luigi, though. Yeah, I think that's better. That looks good. That looks good. Yeah. Good projectiles, good frame traps, good shield pokes, good jab. Yeah. Good damage. Good Levin damage. Kill confirms. Okay recovery. Yeah. You can spike with the recovery, too. Health recovery if you can land it. Yeah, that's true. And it's like the recovery amount is not bad, but Robin is so light, I swear. I see this all the time. Where a Robin will Nosferatu, they'll heal, and then they'll still just die to the next F smash or the next back air. And it's like, okay, so the Nosferatu the healing didn't really help. Like, it either needs to heal more or Robin needs to be heavier, so it would matter. That's the one move. I don't know why it's on such an intense resource. Like, why do they think Nosferatu's so good that you can't have it for like 12 seconds after you run out? Whatever. Robin's balance and design kind of baffles me. There's some decisions that I'm like, I don't know why. How did we get here? Anyway. Let's see. How about Inkling? Man, remember day one, this character was like high tier, top tier. This character was really good day one. This character, basically, I've always described Diddy Kong as just, or I've described Diddy Kong. I've described Inkling as Diddy Kong, but without banana. That's basically how Inkling plays. And so the complexity kind of reflects that. Like, you're still going to have a tough time with like some things like landing your normals for one, and also like how to use some aspects, like some projectiles can be tricky to use. But at the same time, compared to Diddy Kong, Splat Bomb sets up easy ledge traps, and you have the easiest kill confirm in the game if you can land a Splat Roller, right? Roller into up smash is just free. That everyone figured that out in the beta or the demo back at EVO 2018. Yeah, I think probably easier than some of these, actually. Probably Harder than Wario, easier than Terry. That makes sense. Yes. No. Harder than Terry. I like. There we go. There we go. Alright, who's next? Oh, man. Just going with whoever I spot first now. Roster's thinning down. Good, we're getting through this. Zero Suit Samus. Zero Suit's kind of tough. Zero Suit's kind of tough. Partly because she's not that good. And partly because she's very fast and her normals are very precise. The hitboxes are kind of, like, tough to maneuver and hit with. Not to mention, she has the worst grab in the game. And I feel pretty confident in saying it's the worst grab in the game. I think it has the most lag, and you get no reward. Like, she doesn't have a kill throw. She doesn't have combos off of her throws. It exists because she needed to have a grab, but it is not good, man. Now, what she does have that's good, that keeps her from being any lower, like down here, the thing keeping her from here is her disadvantage. She's carried so hard by down B in disadvantage, and also up B being like a decent kill move out of shield and like easy to combo into from Paralyzer. Those things are carrying her. Because other than that, she would be quite tough. And definitely go down here. She's almost similar to Sheik. She's almost a Sheik. Not quite, though, because she has, like, better out-of-shield scenarios, I think. I think it's the out-of-shield situation that keeps her from being, like, Sheik. Let's see. Ooh, how about you? Jigglypuff. Okay. I think Jigglypuff is somewhat easy. I think the problem that you'll run into is matchups, i.e. swords, which there's a lot of. Jigglypuff really struggles with sword matchups. It is just like so hard to get in because you are like the stubbiest character and the floatiest character. And so everything is just a whiff punish. You're just always trying to whiff punish. Man. Now, I mean, I feel like I've been really negative so far. I think that, like, it's really easy to just kind of hit buttons and combos flow together with Jigglypuff. Like, you just go forward air, nair. Like, it all just kind of, like, strings together. Down air into grab, down air into rest, whatever. And edge guarding with Jigglypuff is, like, pretty trivial, right? There's a lot of scenarios where you just run off stage, you jump nair 4 times, and what are they going to do? That being said, though, oh man, I've kind of convinced myself that I might have put her too high. She is fairly tricky, isn't she? Like, you're super stubby. You've really got to know how to abuse movement. I'm tempted. Oh man, I'm tempted to put her in the one below. She might. I think she does deserve this. I know that she's got the 6 jumps. I think I've convinced myself she goes here. She's got the 6 jumps. And, like, those go a long way. Insane normals go a long way, like back air. Really good. But I think it's just tricky enough to, like, position and try to use her stuff. And she's super floaty, super light, like glass cannon-y. That the risk is there. It's going to be hard for beginners to figure out, like, exactly how they're supposed to do that. In fact, she's probably closer to Dr. Mario. Like, this whole glass cannon area. Yeah. All fairly difficult for the same reasons. Hi, yeah, we gave her super heals. Oh, Zero Suit, because she needs to kill. No, it doesn't exist in any of her games. Dude, Sakurai was on something with that. Yeah, he's just like... yeah. We decided she was missing something, so here, we invented this fan cannon, fanfic, super heals for her. Very funny. Very, very funny. Alright. Oh, man. Are you ready? This is a character, I'm pretty sure someone thought this character was going to be the weirdo. But they're not, I'll tell you right now. They're not as hard as you might think. Olimar. I don't think Olimar is as hard as I think a lot of people feel like Olimar probably is. Now, I mean, I still put him in the lower half. Like, he's still fairly difficult. But I think most people would expect Olimar to be one of the 10 weirdos, right? You got the resource management with the Pikmin. They all do different things. Weird normals, weird recovery. But I don't think that the Pikmin management is that weird. I think you just can figure out, like, aerials with Pikmin. Like, oh, Pikmin forward air is really good with almost all of them except for the white one. And then the white one's really good with side B. Like, I feel like that's pretty simple for someone to figure out. His normals go a long way. And just the Pikmin privilege, they're really strong. Some of his combos are really easy too. Like up smash, up smash. Did you know up smash comboed into up smash? Now you do. I know not a lot of people know much about Olimar. But trust, and his recovery goes very far. He's another one where, like, if you don't get sent to the blast zone, you're probably gonna be able to make it back to the ledge. Because his recovery is quite generous with the distance. So yeah, don't be fooled. Olimar is not as hard as you might expect. Let's see. How about another character that is as hard as you expect? Wii Fit. Oh man, dude. This character's tough. This character is tough. They play really funky. Almost a weirdo. Because, like, they can play at ledge. They like to do this weird mix of zoning and buffing themselves. And then once they get the buffs, they go insane. They're still playing Smash. They're still playing Smash at the end of the day. But the things that you have to, that are expected of the player when you're playing Wii Fit are, like, you have to maneuver such stubby normals, like really small hitboxes, really, really small, around, like, awkward positionings, and then just land, like, random nairs into up smashes, nairs into up airs, nair back air. Like, these up air, up smash, like, these combo starters are not easy to hit. I think her saving grace is, like, she's got invincibility on random moves. Like, up tilt is invincible on her arm. Up smash is invincible on her arms and head. And then her recovery goes decently far. It is kind of easy to figure out how to zone with her. But that's about it, I can say, man. I think she's quite tough. And, like, you do have to figure out deep breathing stuff. Like, deep breathing is required. And so are, like, different angles with the ball. Yeah, I didn't even talk about that. Side B, the volleyball header. Like, you have to learn lots of tricky angles if you want to be able to truly cover, like, different options and ranges and stuff with her. And outside of deep breathing, her stats are not that good. She's not that fast. Jump doesn't go that far. Though she does have the furthest ledge roll, I think, in the whole game. So, fun fact. Fun Wii Fit fact. Who's next? Oh, man. How about the Belmont Bros? I think they go in the same ass tier. Grandfather and grandson. Belmont Bros. So yeah, the thing with the Belmonts is, like, it's gonna be tricky, one, spacing, because, like, they're not fast. So, like, your opponents are gonna be trying to rush you down, and you gotta try to space around it. You do have a good up B with Get Off Me. But yeah, like, your tools are really slow. Like, Axe is really slow, doesn't even go that far. Side B is, like, okay. The recovery situation is pretty miserable. Like, even with your tethers of, like, up air, forward air, back air, there's a lot of characters, like, you know, they just run off stage and put themselves between you and the ledge. Since your move is not a Zair, it's an attack, it's going to prioritize you. Or they're just going to stick out a hitbox and you're going to run into it. I don't think they're that easy to play. Yeah, I think they're actually kind of tougher than this. They're probably harder than most. And I think in a beginner situation, like, you know, people are going to struggle with projectiles, but even worse than that, you're going to struggle with, like, just neutral and existing. Like, they just feel so clunky to walk around with until you start, like, dash attacking and down tilting all over the place. And then it's like, what are you doing? You're approaching with Belmont by going pew pew in their face. Yeah. You know. I asked for Belmonts before they came out. I regretted asking for Belmonts when they came out. Same. Same, dude. I have a vivid remembering of talking to friends in high school and then being like, who do you want to see? And I was like, I want to see Simon from Castlevania. I think Simon would be cool. Right? Like, the whip? Not even realizing, like, oh yeah, they're obviously gonna add in tons of projectiles, making him an obnoxious zoner. I can't say that. An obnoxious zoner. Wow. Cannot speak. Anyway, yeah, I think that's about right. Here we go. So we're closing in. How about someone else that goes in the same tier? Man, this is so crazy. Can you believe that Marth and Lucina are so far apart? It's almost like there's a huge difference in the way you have to play them in this game when there shouldn't be. Dude, it's not just the issue of spacing, because I think, like, a lot of people overrate Marth's spacing issues, because I think forward tilt and up tilt are fairly generous. But, man, I am not exaggerating. If you miss the tipper on, like, forward smash, like, you're simply not killing. And, like, that's what it comes down to, is it can be so hard to kill with Marth in this game if you don't space. It's not that, like, the spacing is hard, it's that you have to space or else you will not be successful. Like, you have to space correctly, or else even though you landed the shield break and your opponent is at 130, your fully charged F smash is not going to do anything. Like, it is so miserable. Like, he still has good properties. He still has good stuff to keep him from down here. He's probably one of the better characters in this tier, to be honest. That's easier because he still has the Lucina properties of, like, you know, solid normals, great speed, both walk speed and air speed, great recovery, hard to mess with, good up B out of shield. Like, he still has good things about him. Don't get me wrong. But, dude, like, no joke. The difficulty in killing sometimes is just genuinely such an issue with this character that it's going to cause you lots of pain. And you're going to be like, how did that not kill? You will be shouting at your screen, how did that not kill? This is that kind of character. Okay. Oh, man. Closing in. Let's see. Kazuya Mishima. Where do you think Kazuya goes? I'll tell you where Kazuya goes. He is just like... He is just like these other ones. Yep, I'm sorry to say it. He's another R.O.B. He's another Mii Swordfighter. He's probably easier than... Well, no, he's probably harder than R.O.B. But yeah, imagine having one of the biggest movesets in the game with like 40-something moves, but you only need 3. That's the thing. Like, people can say, oh, the inputs are complicated. Oh, you have to learn all this. Oh, he has a 7-frame jump squat. All they want. But at the end of the day, like, all you need are just a few moves. Like, just electric. I don't even know what else. Just electric and side B and like random crap. Kazuya's just easy. He lives forever. He's got a great recovery. He does damage. Like, you just kill people. He's got the input barrier, but it doesn't even matter. It honestly doesn't matter. You spend some time in training mode. Like I said, this top row is the 30 minutes in training mode category. These two tiers are 30 minutes in training mode. This tier is an hour in training mode. This tier is a couple of days. This tier is like a couple of weeks. This tier is like you dedicate your life. You dedicate all the time you have in the game to them. Like, that's kind of what we're working with. Okay. Who's next? Let's see. Oh, of course. Red. Where do you think Red goes? He goes here. Surprise! I don't know if you could guess that learning 3 characters is much harder than having to learn 1. Yeah, and it's not really optional either. It's not like you can just play Charizard. You do have to learn all 3. Like, you will struggle if you don't incorporate all 3 into your kit. And then, like, playing Squirtle is very different from playing Ivysaur. You're going from an aggro, like, rush-down tiny character to a mid-range zoner with sword normals and a great projectile, Sonic Boom, who wants to, like, ledge trap, to a heavy who wants to, like, I don't know, catch you out of shield with good defense? Like, up smash, up B out of shield? Yeah, all 3 just do such different things that I've seen this so many times. Like, I've taught so many beginners who are like, yeah, I want to learn Pokemon Trainer because I love Pokemon and the concept is so cool. And I'm like, yeah, it really is. And then they're like, man, I'm struggling to learn this character. And it's like, yeah, they're just hard. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It really is. It's just a lot of work to learn 3 characters. Every matchup is not just learning 1 matchup. You're learning 3 matchups. Because you're having to learn how to fight Pikachu versus Squirtle, Pikachu versus Ivysaur, and Pikachu versus Charizard. You know, like, brutal. Let me see. Who is next? Oh, the pits. Yes, the pits. Where do the pits go? The pits are pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie. The pits are pretty easy. I think Dark Pit is easier than regular pit. And I think they probably go up here. I think they're, like, pretty forgiving. I think the... Oh my gosh, dude. Get in your spot. Get in your lane. Oh, wait. Getting stuck in the I must switch into Charizard Flare Blitz mindset. Actually, though, yeah. The intrusive thought, the little, like, the Flare Blitz demon is always making his way into your brain. Like, do it. Do it. Do it. Flare Blitz. Anyway, the pits. The pits are, like, super straightforward. Honestly, I think the pits are a great beginner character. I'm not going to lie. They have a great recovery for beginners, even if there's no hitbox. They've got, like, just simple combos that are pretty easy to figure out. Their zoning is easy to see, like, what you're supposed to do with the arrows, both characters. It's easy to see what you're supposed to do with side B for whiff punishes. I think they're a great beginner character, and I think I'm actually going to move them up to the top of this section. I think the thing holding them back is literally just sloppy coding. It's literally just that some of their moves don't function properly. I'm looking at you, Nair. Like, Nair doesn't work as an out-of-shield option as I think it should. Like, there's gaps in the hitboxes where there probably shouldn't be on a lot of their multi-hits. Some of their moves do not, like, the hitboxes don't reach out as far as the swords do, like, visually. So, like, some of their spacing is pretty tight. They're fairly light, and it can be a little tough to kill with them. And also, down B is such... Okay, this is weird, but bear with me. Down B is such a good defensive tool. The Guardian Orbiters, that they teach bad defensive habits for beginners. A lot of beginners who start with Pit end up not really knowing how to deal with getting out of juggles because they don't have Guardian Orbiters. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, that, all of that stuff together is barely keeping the pits out of this top tier. It's pretty close, man. It's pretty close. I'm pretty tempted to put them in the top, but I think this is right. I think they go here. But I stand by that they're great beginner characters. Similar vein, I think Wolf is another good beginner character, but like kind of like a little tricky. Like really good neutral. Really, really good neutral. Neutral almost plays itself, right? With the blaster just being transcendent and going through stuff. And then really good normals. Really good ledge traps and edge guards, too. Combos are pretty simple, too. Just 2-hit combos or something. I think the issue is the recovery is tough. The recovery is really tough. And the weight, like the fast falliness and stuff, the heaviness of him, in combination with, like, you have to understand Smash fundamentals. He's a very fundies forward character. Like, I think he's good for learning fundamentals, but I think if you want to see success, like, to win with him, you do have to understand the fundamentals of Smash Bros. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Let me double check. I think so. Oh, chat. One more character. Can you believe it? Anyone who is astute and who notices should know who this last character is. The final weirdo on our list of the 10 weirdos of the easiest to hardest Smash characters to learn in 2026. It's Bayonetta. Dude. Bayonetta is playing her own game. She is not playing Smash Bros. She is playing her own thing. And if you're gonna learn her, you gotta like it. You gotta like whatever it is that she's playing. But it is weird. Like, she is a bizarre character. The combo structure is so different from every other character in the game. And the way that you, like, recover with her, you basically have to abuse a glitch just to recover with her. This, like, double jump cancel glitch thing with her up B. She's got the whole special mechanic, too, where, like, depending on how many specials you use in the air is how much lag you get, but you can also store that lag for later. She's got bats within, witch time combos and follow-ups. It can be really tough to kill with her if you don't know how to kill with her. Yeah. No, she is super one of the weirdos. She is like Omega weirdo. Weirdo Prime. Yeah, I think this is it, chat. If you want to learn how to pilot this character, ask your mom. That's hilarious. I love that taunt. Alright. This is it. This is the final list. I think we did it, you know? I think we did it. We covered our bases. I will accept all complaints on Twitter. I will gladly accept all complaints on Twitter. In fact, let me save the picture so I can post it to Twitter later. This is our final tier list. Yep, there we go. Save. There we go. Yes. Bam. We did it. Man. Whew, that was a doozy. Good job, chat. Good job, chat. Typing up my Joker complaint doc? Oh, no. I expect to see a 4-page, 800-word essay by noon tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, brother. Let me see. We did it. We did it. Just under 3.5 hours. Oh, man. All right. These tier lists take a bit longer than I expect them to. Maybe that means I'm better at yapping than I thought I was. Maybe there's just more characters than I think there are. There's so many characters in Smash, dude. Alright. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you had as much fun as I did making this thing. Next time we'll actually play some Smash. Don't worry. Next time we'll actually play some Smash. Also, next time, for sure, we're going to be streaming on Saturday to rank VTubers with Church. We're going to be looking at different VTuber designs and decide what type of gym leader they would be in Pokemon. It's going to be super fun. Just for the record, by the way, I want it on record that if I was in Pokemon, I would be a Poison type gym leader. Just saying. Poison is dope. I love Poison types. Anyway, I hope to see you guys then. Also, don't go anywhere. We're going to have more Smash streams in the future, more episodes of New Game Plus in the future, too. Hopefully, work will stop kicking my ass, dude, and I can start streaming more again. But anyway, thanks again. Thanks again. Hope you guys had a good time at the barcade. We're going to raid into Church. So, that being said, hope you guys have a good night. I'll catch you later. Take it easy. Peace.